Ooh.
Okay, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Before we get started here, we are going to do a quick breakdown of our playthrough and of our empire and everything that is happening in the happening in this playthrough so far. And so for those that have seen the past couple of streams, welcome. For those that are just joining today, hello, I'm Alpha and Delete, and today we're playing with a United Nations of Earth variant human empire, the UEA, the Unified Earth Alliance. Now, we started this playthrough off with diplomacy, slowly started to become, I would say, not necessarily corrupt, but a little bit more warmongery-ish. And now we are on full-blown conquest mode, dominating the galaxy and seeing how much power we can seize as this humanity-looking empire. Now, you're looking at this map and you're probably wondering, what the heck am I looking at? Well, this is our galaxy that we are playing in. All the different colors are different empires. Ours is this gray border right here, the UEA, the Unified Earth Alliance empire. And so we got a lot to look at here. So first things first, we're going to start off by taking a look at our origin, our empire details, and things like that. And so for starters, the UEA is a diplomatic concurrency. Where we get down with diplomacy, we get down with communicating with other aliens. AJ the cat, hello, welcome to the stream. We're going to be using a lot of, I would say, some diplomacy, but we're trying to convert that diplomacy into power, as I mentioned before. Now, we are a fanatic egalitarian. We are a xenophile, so we get more output from our factions. We get some more job efficiency from our specialists. And then with Xenophile, we're pretty much just friendlier with other alien empires, which I'm using as a guise of a sort. Now, for our civics, we went with Beacon of Liberty. This is one of the kind of basic civics that you get with the United Nations of Earth. This increases unity, monthly unity. Empire size from pops to decreases. We attract refugees. And then with idealistic foundations, this increases our citizen pop happiness, as well as even more refugee attractions. And so the more wars that happen in this game, the better for my empire, because as other empires, let's say their planet gets attacked or something happens, those refugees come to my planet, they become a part of my empire, and our resources start to get a little bit higher as those pops fill in those jobs. And then lastly, I picked this trait from one of my technologies that give you another civic. This is Diplomatic Corps. And so the reason I wanted this is because not only does it improve our envoy relations, envoy improving relations modifier by 75%, which is huge. Now I can make every empire my friend just by improving relations with them. And if my fleet power is stronger than theirs, more likely than not, that empire would probably have a more higher chance of wanting to become my subject. And so we'll take a look at subjects here in a second. But on top of that, with Diplomatic Corps, we get 15% more Diplo weight, and we get 2 extra envoys. And so if you guys look at the very top here, I actually have 9 envoys right now. That is a lot. And so yeah, for our origin, we started off with Prosperous Unification. This starts me off with 400 additional pops. It gives me 1 extra generator and agricultural district. We get the Prosperous Unification modifier, which it may be gone by now, but we'll take a look at that later. And then we get the Planetary Unification guaranteed research option in the beginning of the game. And so we already researched that earlier. Gives you a nice little lump sum of unity. And yeah, outside of that, that should be it for that part. Now for my government, here's our council. It's funny, we're playing with a human empire, but I mean, with us being a democratic empire, we have a lot of different species that are a part of the UEA. And so right now, Eintrex is currently the president of this federation. I want to make sure Okay, cool. My mic's good. Good. This is our first one. I'm doing pretty good. We're just getting this run started right now. For my society tab, these are all the traditions that we've completed so far besides politics. Now, we started off with expansion. We jumped around between discovery, fortification, and diplomacy, but we have all those done now as well. Cybernetics was our ascension, so we are now a cyborg species, and I need to go back and double check to see if I've already modified all my species. We have some modifying traits in here. And right now we are currently working on politics. We want to make sure that we are leading the galactic community when it comes to Diplo 8. And the goal, at least for now, is to try to become the emperor of the galaxy. So we have 2 more traditions in this, and then we will begin our last tradition here shortly. Now, for the ascension perks, we started with transcendent learning. This gives me leader experience gain. It gives me 2 extra scientists that I can add to my capacity. Then we have, let's go on light domain. Yangtze hydrate, remember, copy that. Cheers, cheers. My second ascension perk was Grasp the Void. This gives me 5 extra starbase capacity, and FTL travel technology is now pure 1.5 times the normal rate. Of course, we want the Flesh is Weak. This was our ascension. This allows us to, gives us access to the cybernetics tree. And then Eternal Vigilance. This gives me a bunch of starbase modifiers. And then finally, Xeno compatibility. Now, this one I had a lot of fun with playing before, but I just want to read this one since this is the latest ascension perk that we did pick. This gives me a 33% automatic resettlement destination chance, 100% refugee attraction. All right, we already have refugee attraction as is with our civics, but this just further enhances that more. And so now we're over 100% for refugee attraction. It also allows for crossbreeding between different species on the same planet, granting 20% bonus to pop growth speed on any owned planet with at least 2 different species. Additionally, crossbreeding between different species living on the same planet will pull their growth potential together. And so light domain, if you're just joining here, I see you guys on YouTube. We are just breaking down our empire before we get started today. These are all my traditions. These are all my ascension perks. Now, next up, let's take a look at, is there anything else we need to look at? Do we have any relics? Yes, we do. We have the Celestial Tier. This is the habitability of planets within your borders orbiting around an A, B, F, and G class star increase by 5%. So any planets I have with those star types, their habitability goes up just a little bit. Emperor of all species, yes, nice. What's going on, Sergeant Sunshine? Hello, thanks for the lurk. And after that, we have quite a bit of specimens here. I'm actually utilizing most of the ones that I do want to use. Let me see here. Let's utilize this Edict Fund alien brain scan since we are a little bit over our Edict Fund. Speaking of edicts, let's backtrack real quick. Policies and edicts right now, these are the 3 edicts that I do have active. As you can see here, I am just a tad bit over my edict fund, but that's okay. I'm producing so much unity that we should be good for a while, and I would like to further improve that unity that we're producing right now. So we'll do that later on in the game once we take a look at our planets. Besides that, it is 10 o'clock. It is time for us to start our run, but first things first, let's go back to here, and I don't have enough minor artifacts to celebrate diversity. I like to do this just to get a nice little boost towards my unity, my base unity there, but we'll wait for that for a little bit later. And then the rest of these archives, or these specimens that we have, I'm probably not going to utilize these just yet because I could, but we have some resources we need to get back on track. When it comes to astral actions, these are the 4 astral actions that I currently have. I'm going to wait a little bit later until we build up some more astral threads to utilize those. Now, let's take a look at our planets. Here we have Earth. Most of these worlds I took a look at before we started here. Let's look at the anti-crime campaign on this planet. Curious to see what happens if we end that and if crime goes back up. If it does, we will go back and reactivate that. But for the most part, most of my planets are pretty stable. We have jobs on each of these worlds. Looking pretty smooth. This planet, though, I really like. The atmospheric aphrodisiac and the rowdy bunch, both increasing pop growth. I'm expecting a higher pop growth as this planet begins to fill up more, but yeah, for the most part, these worlds look really, really stable, low crime, and yeah, for the most part, they're all doing pretty good. We have 8 worlds total so far. We have 5 megastructures, and I'm not going to upgrade these just yet, but most of them, we have 4 Dyson Swarm arrays. These bad boys help us produce more energy credits, which right now we have more of those than any other resource. Now I can go back here and maybe drop about, let's say 20 food that we're selling so that we can get back in the positives. And for our special resources, everything else is looking pretty good. What kind of run is this one? Peaceful warlord. It started off peaceful, slowly going to turn more authoritarian, and like I said, we're going to be looking to dominate the galactic community. Now, speaking of the Galcom, let's go over here. Right now, the Senate is in session, but as you can see here on the bottom right side, my empire is currently leading the Galcom in Diplo weight. Now, I would like to form the Galactic Council. I'd like to get a head start on that, but right now, the galaxy seems to want to focus on other measures. The Military Readiness Act, I will 100% support this. Later on, we will be building up more ships here to further increase that Diplo weight. Now, let's start our game. We're in the year 2316. We got some years to go before we got some mid-game shenanigans going down, but here is our, this is our map mode of the individual states. I'm going to switch this over to Union map mode. Now, you can see here, I have quite a bit of gray in this area. These are going to be my subjects and my allies. This big border down here is a ally of our Federation. And Federation, speaking of Federations, here I'm going to try something a little different. Now, I have the succession term set to 40 years, right? My current term ends in the year 2320. We're in the year 2316. I'm going to try something out here. Let's see what happens if I change the year to 30. And I'm curious to see if that gives me extra time as the president. Now, oh, okay, that has happened. Okay, so now I'm no longer president of the Federation, which is okay. I just wanted to see if that gave me extra time as the president, but it looks like that is not the case. Now, we're going to change this later on, right? Right now, we got to wait 3,000 days to change this law, but who is the new president? Our allies beneath us. These guys, the Vern Blessed Kingdom, they have been our allies for majority of the game. They are now the president of the Federation, which is okay. I was just going to see, though, there used to be a thing where I would change the law and it would push the term back even further, but it looks like that's been fixed now. Besides that, I know I'm kind of sad that happened. I was hoping that it would let me remain president, but here we are again. It's okay though. I'm leading in the Galcom, and they're still going to be my allies. So I have a little bit of a cluster here. This Sildorian Mandate Empire used to be all of this, but I declared a vassalization war against them, and it broke these guys up. And so speaking of vassals, let's go to our agreements here. Let me get this guy kicked out real quick. Okay, cool. That's weird. Oh wow, they didn't even show up here. Nice. Has Twitch fixed this? Let me go over to Twitch really quick. We got a robot here in the chats. There we go. Get you going. No, not you. There we go. All right, adios. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I already miss being president of the Federation, but no worries there. Let's see. I thought I would have. Okay, wait. I think I declared war on these guys and broke them up, but sooner than later, I would like to try and vassalize these guys. And so right now, I see that we already have an envoy improving relations with them. I might send another over here. Let's actually go ahead and do that. We're gonna send 2 envoys over here to improve relations with these guys, and hopefully we can propose vassalization to them. Or even better yet, they might even propose, wow, these guys have an overwhelming fleet power compared to mine. Better yet, they might just send us a proposal to become our subjects instead, which would be ideal. Now, I do have a couple of systems up here that we took. It's kind of causing some border gore. If I can just get the rest of these guys into this alliance, that would be better. Now, there's a Gaia world right here. Let's take a look at this. Is this a holy Gaia world? It sure is. This is the Emerald Mausoleum. Now, I cannot colonize this unless I could, but I don't want to risk going to war with a fallen empire unless we have the head of Zarkland, which we'll take a look at it later. Now, right now I'm losing some minerals here. We're gonna buy a lump sum of those and try to fix that mineral bleeding for a bit. Now, we're gonna select our 4th politics tradition. This is national agenda, and this says that our victories on the Senate floor should be celebrated. They bring us ever closer to a better future. Now, whenever a resolution that we propose passes, we gain 18 months worth of unity. That is gonna be good. Let's go to the Galcom real quick and see if there is a resolution that we can try to pass. Let me see, are we trying to pass anything right now? It looks like that's a negative. I'm gonna try to pass something that has strong support. And right now, it looks like all the resolutions that are worth trying to pass right now are, wait, who's passing the galactic? Okay, this one's already trying to be passed. That's good. Rules of war, no. All right, right now there's something that we can really try to pass at the moment, but if we were to do that, we would get a lot of unity. So we'll come back to that a little bit later. Meanwhile, back here, let's check up on our borders. I want to make sure all my choke points are secured. I see I have a base right here. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. And I'm probably just going to upgrade that 1-star base for now. We are surrounded by subjects, allies for the most part. So if we do get attacked by anybody, we should be fine for the time being. I see that I can build 2 more star bases, and so my home system Sol is right here. I would like to... Okay, yeah, let's just wait. We're gonna wait to build 2 more star bases. Let's start building up some resources and some jobs as well, as I see that most of my resources are starting to slightly slide into the negatives. And wow, negative 130 consumer goods. Okay, yeah, again, like I said, the resources might be bouncing around here for the next couple of years. And so going to my plants here, like I said, most of my plants, if they have below 500 jobs, that's typically when I tend to go in and add more jobs to them. In this case here, Earth is already pretty much packed full, so we'll be good there. This planet has just around that amount. Yeah, let's slow the roll here. Maybe we'll build an agricultural district since we do need food. Same for this world here. This is actually my agro world as is, so if I have any tile blockers, I would clear those out, but I don't at the moment. Let's go to our mining planets. Now I have 2 right now. We're gonna reorder our planets for the designation that they are. Alpha Centauri is a mining world, but I'm out of mining districts, so that's tragic. This is my 2nd mining world. Let's start, oh yeah, we already have a bunch of mining districts on the way, so let's go here. We're gonna prioritize the mining jobs here as a favorite, and hopefully we can start producing more minerals, which we have, but we still need so much more. And is this a Gaia world? What is this? This is a tomb world. All right, we're gonna go ahead and colonize this world next as well. We have about 75% habitability on it, and it looks like I could terraform this planet actually. All right, we need climate restoration before we can do that, so no waiting. We're just gonna colonize it now. And it looks like I do need minerals. I think we'll be back on track by the time that happens. I'm gonna make this a generator world since I don't think we have many of those. Let's see. Yeah, we have 1 generator world. I know that I want to build ships a little bit later on in the game, and ships have a high energy upkeep, so we'll make sure we get a head start on that. Now for society research, let's go with advanced food processing. Again, we want to try and hit the resources that we need now. And that way, oh, can I celebrate diversity? Okay, we still have the celebrate diversity modifier, so we'll have to wait for that. But yeah, I want to try to hit the resources that we need now. And then that way later on, we can have those taken care of. Right now, it looks like that's a lot of a negative deficit. It is, but I have the resources to sustain those negative deficits. So before they reach 0, we want to make sure that we are trying to further increase those later on. But yeah, that tomb world, I believe we're going to colonize that. Do I have a colony ship heading for that? Just want to double check. All right, we do. And that will be our 9th planet that we will have colonized. There's a lot of things that are happening in this galaxy. Right now, we have a truce with these guys. Let me see. Can we declare war on you? Where? Okay. Oh, I must be the Federation president? No. We got to change that law. All right, so let's go back to the Federation.
Hello there.
World Treaty, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We are about to make some changes here to our Federation laws here. Who can declare war? Where are you at? Who can join? Yeah, that's there. Where? Oh, president decides. See, I had this all set up for when I was the president. I messed that up a little bit, so that's a whoopsie on my part. Let's change. I would try to change this the strongest, but I don't think the other empire is going to want to vote for that. I think we can make some changes here. We're going to make the vote weight change to diplomatic weight. Invite members. Let's use unanimous voting. Yes. Now, let's give this a try. Let's see. Oh, man. I could call in some favors. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to use some favors here to change the law from succession type to rotation to strongest. And we're going to use diplo weight. Oh. I'm curious here to see how this works now. So diplo weight makes this the strongest. Status change. Okay, so now I gotta wait to change this. We gotta wait 2,000 days, and we're gonna change the succession term to status change. I kind of like where we're going in that direction. Now, I have maxed out my trade. We're gonna buy some alloys here, and then I'm gonna just try to slowly build those back up. Let's see here. Wind of change. Yeah, we're gonna make sure that happens. We have another migration treaty offered to us. Thank you very much. Changing voting to diplo weight is always a good idea. Exactly. Welcome back, Emperor. Exactly. So let me see. What was that I just looked at? Oh, council agenda. Right. So infinite opportunities. We're going to launch this bad boy, and let's go cybernetic advantage. This increases pop growth speed by 2.5, and when we launch that, that goes up to 10%. Ops too soon? Yes. Yes, but we gotta wait 2,000 days before we change that. Will, good morning, welcome to the stream. Yes, yes, hello, hello. Let me double check here and see what we have going on. So I built most of my hyper relays. Let's finish building the rest of those. I had just got that technology in the last stream, and we want to connect our borders to our allies, just in case and future reference if we need to utilize those. We got some technology options here. Let's go with advanced shields. Let's definitely do that since we're planning on building a ship, and Deep Space Citadel is going to be a must. We got a couple of dig sites here, precursor events going on. Holy moly, the migration treaties, the commercial packs, and the embassies are starting to flow in. And also with me completing diplomacy earlier, every embassy offer that I get and I accept, we get extra unity for that. And so, my goodness, the alerts are going crazy right now. There we go. Let's go with our next astral action here. Let's flash forge a hyper relay when we get the option to later. And our final tradition in politics is now complete. Now, we just accepted extraordinary powers. It says that extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. We've already been entrusted with power. It is only natural to let us wield it. This decreases veto cooldown and emergency measures cooldown both by 25%. And when we finish the politics tradition, this says that our Diplo weight increases by another 10%. We get an ascension perk. And let's take a look at what our next ascension perk is going to be. Now we have quite a few options here. Some good choices. Good choices. Habitats decrease. Let's see. Do we want habitats? Jobs from habitat districts plus 50%. That could be good. Oh, we could go with more Diplo weight with where is it at? Galactic Contenders. And I think I'm going to pick this one. Galactic Contender says that the fallen empires cling to the ruins of their decrepit civilizations, ever fearful of the younger and more dynamic races that surround them. Their time has long since come to pass. I like that. This ascension perk says that our Diplo weight increases by 20%, which is great because our politics, that's like an extra 30% right there. We'll do more damage to fallen empires, awakened empires, gate builders, and void worms, all by 33%. So we're going to select that. That is our next ascension perk. If we go to the Galcom now, let's see how much higher our Diplo weight's going to. We're at 4.5 right now. We're in second place. That goes up to 5.1 now. So that other empire thought they were going to be have higher Diplo weight than we did. Wrong. We have more. And so let's see how much closer. Yes, forming the Galactic Council is next up for our proposal. Right now, we need to get past this Astral Studies Network. I like this, but I'm not supporting that. Right now, my science is not the best. Once we get finished with this last tradition, then I will start changing my Unity worlds into, which I don't have any right now, but all the Unity buildings that I do have, I'm going to start slowly changing those into science. Now, we just colonized that tomb world I mentioned earlier. Let's put a scientist on this planet. The officials, the commanders, I'm already at my max for the capacity of those. I'm going to recruit a scientist here. Let's get all of our pop growth buildings onto this planet. Let me see here, where are we at? Let's go for the medical center, a robot assembly plant. I'm going to put a precinct house on here just for now and a luxury residence just to get, the crime situated, and then a clones vats building. Besides that, we should be good. And this is going to be a generator world, so I'll just queue up a few of those generator districts. I see the minerals are starting to come back on track right now. We're increasing our mineral production. That is a good sign. Got the Betharian refining technology complete. Let's go with deep core mining next. This increases resources from mining jobs. And we got a strange transmission. Attune with the planes. We will find you. We look at this message and we end transmission. We're not worried about that right now. That's going to be a future problem, not a current one. All right, let's go to our construction ship down here. We're going to flash forge that hyper relay. Build a mega structure. Wait, can I not do that right now? Oh, there's already an existing one in this system. Let's move forward then. Flash forge hyper relay. That'll build that instantly. And our relay system is coming along quite well right now. Let's build one all the way down here. Oh, we got an observation post we can build as well. Nice, nice. And that will connect our second. Okay, wait, we need a little bit more exotic gas. That's okay. I cannot wait to see the pops migrating to our worlds. Let me see if that's actually happening right now. Oh man, every pop is moving to this planet right now. Wow. Okay, so I think I wanted to build a pop growth building on this this district right here. Let's see. Okay, I don't have anything at the moment. So why did I build an urban expansion here? This is our mining world. You know what? We could increase the amenities a tad bit. Right now, attune, got that right. Well, that's psionics though, right? I'm cyborg, so I don't know if psionics would even like that. What was I gonna build here? I'm super confused. Oh, I need super flare. I got a super flared sun right now. We need to protect one of our planets. All right, we'll come back to that mining world right now. We're not into the negatives anymore, but arc furnacing is going to be a hands down must for us. That will solve all of my mining issues once we get that researched and those built. Now let me go back to my resources here. Let's buy some rare crystals. I want to finish up the hyper relays and get those out of the way. So hyper relay, that should be our last one for now. And cool. Let's reach out to the curators. We would like to purchase your services, increasing our research speed. And super flare strikes. Oh, okay, yeah, we got to get this situation done. Let's go to, is this a project? Got a submerged cruiser, shard remains. The Pharaoh overload, I'm going to keep that situation going. It increases pop growth, so I'm not too concerned about it. We have the crime stuff situated, but I'm going to recruit another scientist. And where's that situation at? I don't see the flared sun situation anywhere. That's weird. Okay. Well, at least now we have a scientist. Let's just have them see if we can automate them to do something. I don't know if there's much to do in my territories anymore. Oh, and what's this? Oh, Grave Guardians. Okay. That just made one of my ships go MIA. All right. And the last bit of our hyper relay systems are nearly complete. I don't really see. Okay, I see there's one more here that we'll build in a second. But most of my choke point systems, I have pretty much a hyper relay connected to those. So that is good. My borders are a little bit wider than what I normally play with. Lately, I've been just playing within my sector. I've expanded a little bit outside of my sector right now. And so my next playthrough, I've been playing a few multiplayer games with some friends. Playing within the sector is the move right now. I've been really enjoying that. And so right now, I do have a few building slots available and things like that. And so I know exactly what I was going to do with this expansion, urban expansion district. I was going to build a precinct house here. So I got that crime starting to increase a tad bit. I'm surprised that we are still in need of housing. I'm gonna put a luxury residence up when I get the chance to. There we go. And we'll come back to this a little bit later. Actually, matter of fact, I want to make that a top priority since we already don't have any housing on this world. We have a little bit. 300 is not enough. All right, so let's select our final tradition. We got a few options here. You know, I wish I would have selected domination earlier, but I'm at a crossroads. Prosperity, I feel like, is always going to be a must as well. Supremacy, I can't let it go by. I got to do it. If we're going to grow a strong fleet later on in the game, I have to have this. And so supremacy is our final tradition. We have 2 more ascension perks to go. We get some more technology. Technology is going by very quickly. Let's create a resort world, research resort world. We're going to go with long-range mineral scanners, increasing resources produced from mining stations by 10%. And then our leader here, our president, actually, let's go ahead and give him another trait. Commercial pack effectiveness plus 15%. Absolutely. And let's see if those modifiers help us even further with our trade. So we're at negative 26 consumer goods right now. That is it's a little brutal right now. We got to make sure we get that. Have a good one. I got to get some sleep. Hey, you too, Will. Good luck, man. And I will holler at you later, my friend. Let's go with our system capital complex. We get that upgraded after the luxury residence. What else do we have here? Besides that, I think we should be good. Celebrating diversity. Let's see how long we have until our next tradition here. I think it's at 63 months earlier. That brought it down to 50. That is good. We have that relic. We're going to reactivate this, increasing that habitability further. And besides that, let's open up another astral rift. Nice. And that's going to be opened up here in this side of the map. We just gained 2 favors. Wonderful. And there, whoa, look at that food production. Okay, yeah, the pops are jumping jobs right now because we went from plus 200 back down to negative 75. So I already know those pops are just trying to bounce around and figure out where the best jobs are located. All right, well, besides that, I think we should be okay. I see a few more systems that I can build hyper relays at, and we'll get those going right away. I need to automate a few more of my construction ships because I see quite a few districts here that we can build resources in. And what's going on here? Monthly trade is okay. Actually, I have quite a bit of trade right now that I could actually... I should be able to buy those consumer goods. All right, so we'll buy some consumer goods for now. And minerals, I think we're... Like I said, I think we're okay on, but let's just... Like I said, we have the trade for this. Yeah, we actually do. Let's just start buying some of these resources. That way we can take the weight off. Like I said, the food is going all kinds of crazy right now. And so... Oh, I just lost my head of research. That's tragic. Joram Din Polish will be our next head of research. But let's get a rip in the chat for one of our scientists here. They are dead. They ran into some sort of hostile entity in the galaxy. Biltronite stream titles. Yes, yes. I've been messing around with just like different titles. Instead of just saying Xenophile playthrough, I want to tell the people my goals. I want the galaxy to be mine. What's this? A succession term? Oh, hey, I didn't even have to propose this law. These guys are doing it for me. So we are changing our voting, our succession status to status change succession. I'm going to vote for this because that's actually what I wanted. We want that. Let me see if I can build any more megastructures, actually. What could I build here? I see we can build rings. Oh, deep space citadels are going to be a must. Now I'm checking this is like my main sort of sector area. I do want to build those. I'm on my first game, taking long breaks, learning it slow, and that's the absolute way to go, Thief King. When I first started playing it, I played at my own pace, all right? Well, my first playthrough, I would turn all the Xenos off in the galaxy so that I wasn't like, so stressed out about who's going to attack me, who's going to do this and that. Later on, I would start watching videos and guides on how to play the game. I would see how other people played and just kind of pick up on tips and tricks and things from them. And I would just slowly start applying those to each of my playthroughs. And, I would lose like every single playthrough, like every run. And I still lose quite a bit now. I lost quite a few playthroughs this week, actually. And I wouldn't let it bring me down because I enjoyed the run. I enjoyed experiencing my empire as a whole. And so as I kept playing, I would keep getting a little bit better and better. And I would just take each playthrough as kind of learning a lesson and then applying that to the next run, right? Guys, I am now president of the Federation once again. These guys have no way of catching up to me with Diplo, at least right now. So let's grab that Federation fleet and bring that bad boy right back over here. Oh, it's actually still in my home system. Nice. All right, and here we are back again. Wow, it's a strong Federation fleet. I can use that to achieve my goals faster. Now I'm looking at these guys here. We are still increasing relations with them. Pretty soon I'm going to propose subjugation to them. What about these guys? Are you guys at war? What's happening? Oh, proposing subjugation. They will actually accept this. If you guys, my noggin is blocking it right now. There we go. We can propose that to them now. I will give you your expansion. Your voting is being restricted. You vote the way I vote. I want your resources. I want your special resources. I want your science. Okay, you can keep the science. Just give me a little bit of it. How about, nope, you'll keep the strategic resources as well. I will join you in all wars. Let's go with the unified sensors as well. How about you join me in, okay, you won't join all of my wars. That's okay. But you will join in my offensive wars. I wonder if this means, will they join in my defensive wars as well? Or is it only, come to my defense, not my offense. There we go. So we have a second subject now. Oh, and they were actually already going to come to us asking to be their overlord. I don't like the agreement they had. Fall Empire, a bit pissed to my west. They took one planet, gonna expand east. Yes, be careful with those fallen empires. Depending on what kind it is, certain things can upset them and could lead to, if you're not strong enough, eventually your demise. They will attack. So yeah, fallen empires do not mess around. Let's see here. Besides that, we've now gathered our second subject. I want to check the agreement. They are not too happy about how we are with their contract. Let's say that. Right now, though, wow, look at those resources. That agreement boosted my resources by so much. We're going to further exploit this subject. Let's go with orbital assembly complex. Oh, this increases infrastructure build speed. We don't want that just yet. Let's go with the Ministry of Truth. This gives me more unity. We consume some of their unity. Besides that, let me look around here one more time. Let's apply some peaceful applications. I like to go with the ancient fad. This increases happiness by 5%. I'm gonna go to my government really quick as well, and let's check out some stuff here. Nope, I don't care about that. Let's go to our species tab instead. Default rights. Every empire or every species that becomes a part of my empire, we have a lot here. As you can see behind me, all of these are the different species we have. They will be full citizens. They will have decent conditions, right? I could turn that to utopian abundance, but I don't know if I would have the consumer goods to sustain that. Why not? Let's do it. Utopian abundance. I'm not scared. We're gonna make some big changes here. Yeah, so I'm trying to dominate the galaxy through politics. And in our last playthrough, I declared war on another empire. I did not use a single ship to attack them. I let my entire federation attack them for me, and we completely wiped them out using my diplomacy. And so I would say right now, diplomacy is my strongest weapon. In the Galcom, I'm currently the highest diplomatic weighted empire in the galaxy. We're currently voting to form the Galactic Council, which will further increase my power as a member of this community. And yeah, I'm pretty much just dominating the galaxy without even having to use a ship or anything like that. And so we get the situation here, the cloud schnagged situation. I need to grab a scientist here, and we are going to get started on that project right away. But yeah, another reason why I'm subjugating them too is I'm collecting all of their resources. So these guys, let's go ahead and grab some of your resources as well. We're getting most of your basics. Give me your advanced. Oh, I don't have enough influence for this. And it looks like they're at war. Okay, who are you guys at war with? Oh, they're already a subject. Okay, so we might not be able to subjugate them then. And that's okay. What about you guys? You're inferior? I wonder. So we've been rivaling this empire a majority of the game. I'm curious to see if we can improve their relations from negative 1,195. Let's see if we can bring that back up. And I have an envoy on them, but we're still not grabbing them. Now there's a war going on. We have just gained some refugees. This is what we want. They are moving to, okay, that's the world they're coming from, to Neridium. Where is Neridium? You are here. Beautiful. We have no jobs available, so I don't know why they came to this planet, but I get it. There's atmospheric aphrodisiacs going on here. We got that rowdy bunch, that pop growth speed, and we have a celestial tier. It's a relic that we have. I have the anti-crime campaign because, again, the rowdy bunch increases crime by 25 and happiness goes down by negative 25%. So these are all things in place to make sure this planet is running effectively. Now, I have consumer goods. This is an urban world, right? I am going to, let's go with let's get all these districts, at least one of each of these. And then I'm just going to build the rest of these as city districts. This planet is going to be filling up quickly since those pop growth modifiers, producing 9 pops per month on this world. So almost 10 pops per month. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, let's go back here. This is Caledonia. This is our mining world. And as you can see here, the minerals are going up. Maybe not from these worlds, but it's just good to see those going up though. That's nice to have. Meanwhile, it looks like I still need more housing. So let's get another luxury residence up. This not only increases housing, but it increases amenities as well. And as you can see, this planet is losing amenities. We are at negative 1,829 amenities. That's not ideal for a happy planet. Let's distribute some luxury goods, and that flips that around easily. So looks like, hey, let's set this, what is this? A dimensional spanning entity. Let's set it free. Freedom is the only way. Freedom through subjugation. Let's say that is the only way to go. We have 3 we have 3 holdings, not subjects. Wait, are we sure I only have 2 subjects? Okay, we do. I gotta figure out how to increase relations with these guys. Because right now, I can't have an unhappy subject. Let's fix that. We want you guys to be happy. But I can't take you away from my main ally, though. So let's go away. Let's make sure that the main ally, these are one of our strongest friends. All right, good. Oh, we're friendly, but our relationship is going down a tad bit. So that I can't have. Let's you know what? If my subjects are sad, let them be sad. If they're mad at me, let them be mad. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now a part of the Galactic, or wait. The Galactic Council is going to form in 164 days. We lead the Galcom. Let's make sure the next resolution that we pass is good for us. You know, I'm not seeing anything that I really want right now, so we'll wait until that Galcom forms, and there should be some more resolution options available for us. Let's go to our fleet manager here. We're going to reinforce some ships. We're gonna use those 3,000 alloys, and we still need food. Food right now is becoming a big situation that we need to get under control. All right, so this is my generator world. Negative habitability. Oh wow, okay. Maybe super flare aftermath. So we have this situation here. I don't know if that has been dealt with, but if it happens again, I'll try to get that squared away because that is supposed to be our generator world. We can't have negative energy credits from that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the formation of the Galactic Council has now happened. Stellarship says that I haven't done a Egalitarian Xenophile United Federation playthrough in a while, though it's one of my favorites. I usually play as a spiritualist pacifist machine megachurch. You just jogged my brain in a way. All right, happiness is optional. For me, it's a must. I have to make sure that my species are producing more resources, and to do that, you have to have a higher stability. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. So look, for me, I love robots. They're actually one of my favorite playthroughs. In my next playthrough that I'll be broadcasting, it will be a machine playthrough. It's a build that I've been practicing a little bit with. But yes, I don't know about spiritualists though. I played psionics before, right? I feel like so many psionic players have to turn me away from playing psionics. Now the mechanic itself, I like it. I think it's cool. The concept of psionics though, I just don't. I'm a machine I like playing with machines. So with them being on the opposite sides of ethics, they just don't get along. And honestly, I've been playing so much Stellaris that logic has been intertwined into my psyche that now roleplay wise, I just don't get along with spiritualists. But now that you're bringing that up though, a spiritualist robotic species kind of intrigues me. I kind of want to try it out now. Happiness prevents rebellions. That is true. That is true. All right, guys. So the members of the galactic community have voted to establish a galactic council. Membership is the august body. Will be limited to representatives from the 3 most powerful and influential empires in the community. Until a new council is elected, these are the Avalonian Company, the Scaldari Confederacy, and my empire, the United Earth Alliance. The members of the council are expected to lead and safeguard the galactic community. Their increased powers allow them to cut through some of the red tape so that often inhibits the decision-making processes in large political institutions. Now, we can finally get things done. This is good. So we're gonna go to the Galcom here in just a second, but before we do that, let me show you guys why I like to make sure my planets are happy worlds. Oh wait, Earth does not have a someone ruling it. We need a human for this. Prima, you could be good. Let me see if I can find somebody with the righteous trait. Let's go with Decimus. Wait, you're level 1. Let's go with a higher level. Who's the highest level here? Marcellius. You have a lot of traits going on actually. Let's just get a new leader. I'm not afraid of some new. You know what? Joram D. Harrock. Doesn't have to be a human. Joram, you are now the leader, governor of Earth. Matsu will not be happy with your machines. See, I'm full blown. I go just full blown machines, not psionic. You don't have to be psionic. Stellar says. I always do virtual ascension. I actually find it hilarious when you find the head of Zarklan as machines and the spiritualist fallen empire ends up shook. See, I would like to see that happen again. Finding the head of Zarklan as robots. I wonder, is there like a unique dialogue with that? But hey guys, real quick. So with amenities represents the infrastructure and jobs that fulfill the daily needs of your population. Now, a colony lacking sufficient amenities suffers penalties to happiness. Happiness or amenities can be increased by assigning pops to jobs such as entertainers. Now, I like to have high amenities because of the stability that you get from that. And here we have stability, which is at 86%. Actually, wait, do amenities not affect stability? Okay, my bad. I got that mixed up then. Well, in that case, what I really mean to get to is that I like to have high stability because here you can see that I'm getting 21.95% more resources from my jobs from having higher stability. So that's my main go-to there. Yeah. Here we got some of our district specializations available. I'm going to go ahead and utilize all of these. This is why I like to have at least one of these districts on each of my planets. Do I have exotic gases? I do produce a few of those. Let's just keep it with agricultural farming for now, though, because I want to make sure we have our basic resources. I'm producing basic resources now, but I like to go a little above and beyond and make sure that those are in the best state they can possibly be in. Besides that, consumer goods look good. Those were in the negatives earlier. Now it's just the food we got to get control over. And let's keep our game going. Now, if I go back to the Galcom real quick, I keep saying keep going, but we're pausing our game here. I'm now on the council. It's beautiful. We can now initiate emergency measures. This is wonderful. Now, I'm going to check here and see most of my diplomatic weight is coming from my economy. Let's go to building a better tomorrow, and I'm going to use an emergency measure to start that resolution. And it looks like most of the Galcom is okay. It looks like we're kind of torn in the middle right now, but it looks like most of the Galcom is supporting that right now. So we'll come back to that resolution that's very close. It's neck and neck here, and see if that resolution passes. On top of that, if that resolution does pass, okay, I'm not the one proposing it though, so I don't get the influence for that. What's going on here? We got some hostile ships somewhere. Oh, that is an asteroid. The asteroid has been destroyed. Beautiful. Now we have 6 months for our next tradition. This is good. This is good. Let's start increasing our fleet capacity. And actually, I can build a few more ships here. We have cruiser technology. I'm going to add that. My first fleet, I like to have kind of like a diverse group. I can't talk today. A diverse group of ships. My second fleet is going to be kind of a replication of that. Wow, I can actually add a lot of ships to these. And I kind of mix these up. My third fleet is usually like destroyers. This one I'm going to do primarily mostly corvettes. Wow, that's a lot of corvettes to add. This is the Federation fleet, I believe. News of the game, been having a lot of fun, but I'm not very good, and that's okay. I think right now you should just be focusing on finding out ways to keep getting better at the game. And really, like, I wouldn't even focus on getting better at the game, just have fun. Because like when I first started playing the game, I was more drawn into the situations and the role playing of the game. And then as I would keep losing games, like as I said, I've been playing this game for a long time now, but I would lose a lot of games, and I still lose games to this day, but I'm always trying to pick up on small things that you can get better at. And so that would be my way of going about it. Have fun and just keep having more fun. Role-playing ideas. For me, I like watching a lot of movies, and so if I like watch a sci-fi movie or something, I'll just be like, oh, hey, I can do that in Stellaris. And then I will go back and do that in Stellaris. And so there's an example of, I watched, this was back in the winter. I went and saw Avatar. The whole time I'm just like, I'm going to go home and create an aquatic species in Stellaris. Guys, we're about to select our first tradition in Supremacy, and let's go with Fleet Logistics Corp. Now for this tradition, this says that with ships often deployed across vast interstellar distances, a dedicated logistics corp is needed to make things run smoothly. The effects of this tradition says that our ship upkeep will be decreased by 10%, which is going to be huge for a big fleet. Like I said, that upkeep starts to climb once you build more ships, and my naval capacity goes up by 20%. Now, we're not near our naval cap right now, but we will be getting there as we continue to build more ships. This planet has some housing situations going on. That's absolutely insane. Okay, I just need to build more city districts. I see, that's what's going on here. Let's move these buildings. I want luxury residences and city districts queued up here, because if you don't have any housing, how are your pops going to work? They can't go to work and then just be homeless after that. So we got to make sure that those pops have a house to go to. Meanwhile, back over here, we have ships here available. Let's see if these guys, can we declare war on you? We can. And here we go, guys. We are going to make a vassalization war. I want them to be a tributary. I want your resources. You will be mine. And before we declare this war, I need to do this quickly, actually. I'm going to grab all of my ships. We're going to move them right to their border. We are going to bring another subject into the fold. So now our conquest, not only it's already begun, but not only we're going to be conquering with diplomacy, we're going to be conquering with our weapons as well. We want to make sure these guys are our subjects. Now, I'm looking around here for some laws to pass. Oh, champions of the community. Council members gain 10% naval capacity. Yeah, okay, that's all right. What about culture? No. Reforms. We can't do reforms for another 1,700 days. Got some options here. I want to try to pass a resolution that'll get some support. I'm playing as a holy tribunal and martial dictatorship. Interesting. How is that coming along? Oh, constitutional immunity. All right. I like it, but we'll come back to that later. It has weak support. Developmental aids. Yeah, I like this, but gives me more Diplo weight, but I don't know if I want to lose out on the resources. Let's see. Can't do reforms. Politics and culture. Someone's already proposing that. All right. I don't want to do any technology stuff right now. The Military Readiness Act. Let's do it. We'll vote for that later. But right now, back on the Senate floor, we are gaining support on building a better tomorrow, increasing Diplo weight from economy by 60%. Worker resource output goes up by 7.5%. Those are good. Those are very good, especially for my empire. We basically, our economy is what leads our Diplo weight. And once again, we have homelessness. How is this happening still? I'm going to build a bunch of city districts here and make sure that is not an issue for a while. Well, martial dictatorship has a lot of systems and high in tech. Nice. I thought martial dictatorship would be more leaning more into like military powers and things like that. Unless I'm wrong, let me know. But everybody plays a little differently, so that's a-okay. Cybernetic advantage now increases our pop growth speed from 2.5 to 10%, and we decrease our cyborg upkeep. Now, jumping back over here, we are about to now expand our council once again, adding another council seat to our empire. This is good. Let's level up Jordig. This is one of our leaders here. I believe he's, what is he doing right now? Oh, he's representing our interest in the council. Have you scheduled a day off for June 15th? I know what you're referring to, nomads, and if I haven't, I just might. I just might do that. I cannot wait though. How are you doing, Excel? Are you looking forward to nomads? Chat, have you guys heard the announcement, by the way? Nomads is coming out on the 15th. It's going to be a fun day indeed, and I would definitely say expect a stream. Have you bribed your wife for primitive forgiveness for you to play nomads? Exactly. Exactly. All right, we are losing quite a bit of food here. Let's buy a huge amount of food so that we don't have to worry about that for a while. And what is this? A war has broken out. Hold up, who's that between? Okay, that's with the Death Lords. So I don't have to worry about that, which is crazy because I thought that if I'm in a federation, I would have to join, but I guess not. All right, we are going to subjugate these guys. Let's declare this war. You are now going to be my tributary. Nomad seems really cool and unique. So for me personally, I'm looking forward to some of the other features. I definitely like the new Khan origin. That I look forward to the most. Now the idea of a nomad in Stellaris, I don't know why. I don't know if I want to be a nomad. I want to be a successor of the Khan, and so that is what I'm looking forward to. It's a good time to adopt the 222 rule. And what is that rule? I don't know if I've heard of this 222 rule. Ladies and gentlemen, we've declared war. We are now going to attack, and they have a lot of megastructures. That'll be good for when they give me those resources. You have megastructures? Give. They're now at war with all of my subjects and my empire. You know, this island up here, I don't care too much for. So if they do attack those, so be it. Actually, their empire is split. I didn't realize they were so border gored. But they are moving their ships here, and so I don't think they have a chance against us. Not with our Federation fleet here. Speaking of Federation fleet, once this battle is over, all right, there we go. I need to assign a leader to the Federation fleet, which, oh wait, where's this fleet? Is everybody in the system? They are? I need a leader on this fleet. Let's just recruit another. And let's go with this trickster trait. This decreases emergency FTL damage risk, and it increases combat disengagement chance. So if we get a war that goes south, we want to make sure that we can jump out of that system. Now I see there is a planet here and a starbase. Can we fight that? We sure can. We're moving in. We are moving in. All right, so we are at war with the Xenos. We're gonna check up on this resolution here in a little bit. It's gonna be finished in less than a year. Once every 2 weeks, take her out on a date. Every 2 months, take her out, and every weekend. I mean, I guess you could say, that's actually funny because we kind of already do that. But maybe that's why my instincts kicking in to do that. All right, just getting our trades here dealt with, but for me, it would be like I'm not gonna crack that joke because if she's watching the stream right now, she's gonna be like, "What did you just say?" I thought it was gonna be in that case every 2 minutes, every 2 hours, every 2 days. She's gonna pop up in chat and give me something. All right, so machine template systems is complete. Next up, let's go with kind of focus a little bit more with military technologies. Let's also go to my worlds now, and I need to start building these rings around my. Actually, you know what? Let's go with let's do rings first. We'll do rings and then deep space citadels after. Ah, we have arc furnaces too. See, I'm overwhelmed with options. So many different routes we could go. This system has rare crystals in it. Can I utilize that is the question. Ah, I wish I could. Okay, let's find a system that has the most arc furnace options here. 12 districts, 9, 12. All right, so it looks like 12 right now is the highest that we have. 11. Is 12 really all the most we can get? What's the most districts you guys have seen for? Oh, that's habitats. I'm looking for arc furnaces. Oh, here we go. Arc furnace dig sites 5. Okay, so there's actually not a lot of arc furnace dig sites. That one had 7. I shall remember that. 7. Yeah, now I'll keep that in mind for habitats now. I didn't realize there were like so many sites for. Wow, 11 here? All right, let's do that. It's a little risky putting it at the edge of my borders, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. A lot of molten world here. That's our first arc dig site. Let's see, what about this one? That's habitats. 7 there, okay. 17 arc furnace dig sites? Holy cow. No, not a Dyson Storm Array. I want a arc furnace. Oh, nice. You imagine your purchase in 2 weeks, 2 months, and if regret disappears, it's irrelevant, then it might be a bad purchase. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to jump back here. Let's go ahead and keep these scientists busy if there's anything else left to do in the galaxy, which it looks like it's not. In that case here, I'm at least going to bring my scientists back. Oh, these guys are stuck. All right, let's check up on the war, though. So far, oh, yes, we've claimed another system of theirs. At the rate we're going right now, it looks like this war will not last too long. Oh, wow, look at this. I like what I'm seeing, resources. So if we do finish this war, which looks like we should be able to, we will be able to subjugate a third empire, further increasing our Diplo weight. And on top of that, increasing our military power and our Diplo, I said Diplo weight already. There's something else I'm missing. Oh, my resources, because I'm going to be taking all of their resources as well. Our Federation is actually at level 4. I don't know if I looked at this already. I think I already did, yeah. Cool. Now, that resolution did pass in the Galcom. My Diplo weight has increased further. I can't use an emergency measure to support that. But I would like to see, I got the feeling this Military Readiness Act is going to increase over minor administrative sanctions. Let's see how long we have until, we have 400 days, a little over 400 days until it is time to go back on the floor. All right, let's go with the resources produced from research stations next. Let's level up our leader here. Jorm is leveling up pretty quickly. Earth is keeping this guy busy. Outside of that, I think that's all I can do right now. We can reverse engineer some technology, giving us engineering research. Nice. 3,000 of that. As you guys can see here, my naval cap is already, my naval capacity has already been caught up to. So that's what I'll be meaning by like, naval cap goes up very quickly when you're building ships. Now I could build 2 more star bases. And since we're already here, let's, we've been upgrading bases. Let's just build 2 more. And I'm gonna make these more of like a supporting star base. Let's collect more resources. I see our food is still kind of going down a bit. I mean, I imagine that with us drawing more pops into our empire. So let me back up real quick and see here what our planets look like. Wow, unemployment is just crazy. Not unemployment, the homelessness. I can't seem to keep that head over water right now. All right, this is my mining world. Let's build that last mining. Actually, we got a few more mining districts here. And I might just have to start building more of these urban expansion districts. Let's see here. We got about 300 jobs on this planet. This is my agro world. All right, this world, once again, homelessness. Can't have it. Oh wait, I can't. I gotta make some of these generator districts. One of the things I like to do if I'm about to be an offensive or face a border war, I build star bases on the border system and fortify it. Yep. See, I'm doing a playthrough right now where I'm trying to make my defenses so strong that I don't even have to worry about attacking someone. And in my playthrough, it's so funny, like the AI will attack me, their ships will get destroyed by my fortifications, and then after the war is over, I just end up subjugating them because they have no fleets. All right, let's get some food here, some exotic gases, and a hydroponic farm. And right now, I think I'm drawing in so many pops that I need to build these jobs very quickly. I'm getting so many pops to on my worlds here that they're filling up the jobs. Look at all these denizens I have. 207. Wait, did I have crime on this world? No, I don't. I don't have enough housing. But yeah, on my borders, I've been going more defensively lately. So here's a border. I haven't even fully upgraded. Did I not go fortification this run? Please tell me I did. I did. Okay, thank goodness. But yeah, on my borders, I just like to make sure. In Stellaris, I see that a lot of people like to build their ships and make their ships as strong as possible. For me, I like the idea of having a strong fleet, but the concept of being so unkillable, I like that better. Like, hey, you know, you might have strong fleets, but your fleets mean nothing to me if you can't even get through my borders. Like, what's a strong fleet if the defenses are so strong that you can't get through it? So I have my shipyards deeper in my sector. Like I said, normally my empire is not this big, and this is not even a big empire. I like to have a smaller border so that I can protect myself, right? And so I'll have 2 shipyards normally, and that way I can build up ships really quickly. Me having hyper relays, I can travel across my systems much faster. I'm going to upgrade both of these new star bases that I just built. And yeah, with 2 shipyards, it's usually more than enough for me, at least until I get mega shipyard engineer or mega shipyard technology. And from there, I'll just have so many ships that it really don't matter. I'm very strategic with like how I send my ships into systems. So I usually don't lose ships a lot, right? Let's bombard this planet. So that's why I don't worry too much about having shipyards and things like that. Death from above, let's allow their surrender. If they choose to surrender, that'll be awesome for timing. And outside of that, I really don't have to use my ships right now to attack anymore. My Federation allies have been unleashed. And once we get that planet, yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I like having impenetrable defenses, using the fortification tradition tree and deep space citadels. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. How do you get hyper I'm saying the right word, hyper lanes. So to get those, you have to get them through technology. You have to research them. They are a physics technology, I believe. Okay, what are we researching right now? Minor sanctions, boo. We don't care too much for those. But let's go ahead and reactivate the celestial tier. That is done. Let me see, can I celebrate diversity again? I sure can. That increases my unity. We have another tradition and we're gonna continue. Actually, let's go with overwhelming force. No, do I need that? No, let's go with master shipwrights. This increases ship build speed by 25%. And right now, our war is going very, very well right now. We're gonna go with Starbase, upgrade to the Citadel. That'll be our next technology that we research. I like a battle station at the border and 1 or 2 shipyards to repair fleets fast, while my main shipyards are back at home with stacks of defenses on them. Yep. So I like my shipyards to be a little bit further inside of my territory. So this is where my current and only shipyard is. I actually need to replace that with another shipyard. And then I'll put the, like here is one of my stronger bases, which I definitely need to, is this my alloy world? This sure is. Okay, we're gonna get all of this upgraded. I would like to build one of these, but I need moat stabilization technology for that. But why not protect your shipyards off the front line? So you can do that. I think it's more for me a personal preference. I like to have mine deeper inside because if I have my shipyard at the edge of my borders and it gets attacked, well, I just lost a bunch of shipyards right now versus having those more be more like fortified bases. I want to make sure I didn't. I find planet management hard. It is a little bit at first, but once you kind of get the concept down, it's better. My main thing I'd like to point out when it comes to managing planets is keep an eye on this right here. This is your available jobs, right? If that is low, that means a lot of your pops are working this job. A lot of players, when they first play Stellaris, they think if I build a bunch of jobs, those jobs are going to produce me those resources right away. That is incorrect. When you build the jobs, you need pops to work those jobs. If you look here right now, I have 4.6 thousand pops. 100 jobs available. That's actually perfect, right? The lower the available jobs, the better, because that means your pops are working those jobs on those planets. If I go here, these show me the different jobs that are on this planet. The bar below it shows you how many of those pops are working those jobs. Now, in this case here, you know, I don't need technicians, but I can see here that this technician bar is halfway full. That's letting me know that out of all the jobs I have for technicians, only half of them are being worked right now. That also means that if you build these jobs and those pops are not working those jobs, you will still have an upkeep for those jobs. So even though you built the job, if you don't have pops working it, those buildings still have to run. Now you can do something that's a little bit more advanced by clicking on this, and you can bring this down so that the upkeep is not still going. And you could also deprioritize certain jobs so that pops will work other jobs. But it's a whole thing though. I would recommend watching some guides on YouTube to get more familiar with it. But yeah, the main thing is if you build jobs, that doesn't mean that you're automatically going to produce those resources. It just means that those buildings are now there. So let's say, like, you know, you open up a warehouse. That warehouse, yeah, sure, you might have just built a warehouse, but that warehouse can't produce resources unless you have workers working those jobs. So pops are super, super important. And yes, make sure they're more recent guides. So this version of the game is a little bit more recent. I think it came out like a month or maybe 2 months ago. So you want to make sure that you're watching guides on things like that are up to date. Yeah, the game has changed drastically and just this year alone. So always make sure you're watching up-to-date guides. What's this? The Caravan Coalition guys are here. Show me your wares. A skill 3 official blessed by the goddess of fortune joins us. Sure, why not? Who do we get? Oh, nice. What do you have here? The Merchant of Numa. Very cool. We will assign you to a planet when we get to that. Right now, I don't think I have 2 habitable worlds in my territory, but they're both Gaia worlds. I actually have 3 of them. They're all holy Gaia worlds though. And I have this, is this the Fallen Empire? Yeah, these are the Holy Guardians right next to me. So I will not be colonizing those anytime soon. For my own sake. All right, so we have taken another system from this empire pretty soon. They're not gonna have much left. They might actually surrender. So let me see if they have any systems up here. Yeah, they have 1 more system with a planet in it. Something fun that's been happening lately is in my wars with some of the other empires, sometimes you'll fight a battle with them and they will just surrender like right off the bat. They're just like, wait, this loss was too much for us. So I can't even handle this. All right, so let's upgrade this. Okay, I can't upgrade that star base just yet, but I do want to add some defensive platforms to it. Again, we need more alloys for what I'm producing right now. And we should be good on energy credits for quite a bit with this Betharian power plant that I just built. Holy cow, we have quite a bit of alerts here. Okay, allthealerts.com. Let's go with archaeologists. Cool. Science, here we are again. Let's go with these tile blocker technologies. They don't take too long to research, so I just want to get those out of the way. So yes, for this week, for our delivered meals, we actually made one yesterday. We got ours in yesterday. We got, I just made it, what was it? It's a type of fish. I can't remember the name of it. Crap. It was fish, potatoes, and corn. That was good. And then enchiladas and Mexican one. We only got 2 meals this week because this week is me and the missus our anniversary. So we're gonna be going out this weekend. We got a hotel. We're gonna go hang out and just have a nice dinner and kick back, relax, and enjoy ourselves. For today though, it's like they're like burritos almost. Oh yeah, we built all of our arc furnaces now. Nice. So arc furnaces are complete. Now let's build another megastructure. We're gonna start adding rings to our worlds, and we'll look at the rings after we finish building those. Meanwhile, back over here at the war, we've taken another system. We have 1 more system to take from our rivals. These guys have been rivaling us this whole game, and now here we are diminishing their empire. Oh yeah, no. These trust me, these are good. They are good. I don't think they'll do that to us. Look at the stability on this planet. I cannot have that. That stability is way too low. Yikes. All right, we'll just keep building city districts here, but hopefully that goes up. Let's distribute some luxury goods. And 54%'s not amazing, but it's not bad either. Let me see here. Open borders, awesome. Is that war? Nope, the war is not over yet. Our fleets are here. They're gonna be moving up to the system to take these last remaining star bases. That planet is all they have left. What are the rings? I will show you. Oh, there it is, victory. We have another subject. Ladies and gentlemen, another empire has been subjugated by the humans. We're gonna bring our fleets back. This empire is next. If they do not, let me see if I can subjugate them. Oh, they're at war and they're already a subject. Okay, so who subjugated you? And where are you guys at? What? You guys are on the other side of the map. How did you get my subject? Pathetic. All right, so we're gonna be producing even more resources here. Here's our new subject. We're taking 30% of their resources, their basic resources. And there it is. 3 subjects. Conquering has begun. We are conquerors. Now let's see what's going on in the Galcom real quick. Okay, this is all right. I'm gonna wait until it's closer to the date that we get ready to pass this, and I'm gonna use our favors to vote against this. I don't want penalties for being in breach of galactic law. Actually, you know what? Yes, let's support that. My diplomatic instincts are kicking in. An idea has appeared in my noggin for these guys. Now I need more minerals here. Let's buy some of these and let's upgrade this planetary capital building into a system capital complex building. I got a tile blocker I can clear out. But yeah, so once we get to those rings, I will show what those can do. This planet with 2 luxury residences, you would think the amenities would be in a much better spot, but I'm gonna build 3 luxury residences just to see. No, I'll take that back. We'll build 1 more. Matter of fact, let's go back. Let's just build hollow theaters instead. And if I'm building too much amenities there, we'll go back to that planet and make sure that we can balance those out. But right now, I want to make sure that's good. Okay, quantum probes. Let's go ahead and research that. That'll take 8 months. Pledge secret fealty to me. How much do you want to back that up? We got an empire that just pledged secret fealty to me. Who is your overlord? Oh, it's these guys again. All right, so with that being said, how do you feel about, let me see, what's up with your ally though? These guys have a superior fleet than we do. Oh, they're already at war. We could declare an allegiance war. Oh man, look at how many empires we would be putting up against these guys. Terrible Hamster, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I think we'd be like xenophiles if we found hot aliens if they were horrific. The xenophobe, unless it, it depends. All right, we just declared another war. This is a big war. This is a very big war we just declared. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 empires versus 3. Holy moly. Oh, and these guys are going to be attacking. Oh, yikes. Actually, that's okay. I was micromanaging planets. Did I miss orbital rings? I know you. I know what they say. If you're really loving a planet, you'll put a ring on it. That is true. No, I'm just now starting to build my first orbital ring, and I'm going to show off what they do. They pretty much just enhance the planet in any kind of way that you choose to do it. But I'm going to go more specifically into it once I get that built and show you guys exactly what they do. 150 alloys per month. That is beautiful. 300 consumer goods per month is a little bit of overkill. I'm going to start selling some of those. I like the amount of consumer goods we're producing, but 300 is quite a bit. Do I do tabletop RPGs? Not as much as I want to, but I have in the past. I did do like D&D, if that's what you're meaning. I did like a 5e Star Wars one a while back, and just a 5e like general D&D campaign a while back too. It's been a while since I've played D&D though. But tabletop RPG, I don't know if there's a difference between them, but I imagine yes. But yeah, what do you think if we actually found aliens? I think Earth would try to find a way to capitalize on it. 100%. First, we would try to capture them, figure out where they came from, find a way to get to them, find their technology that we got, or find their technology and how they came to us, utilize that, go to them, find them, conquer them, take their resources. There's no other way. Guys, for our next tradition, more sandboxy than sandbox games, which makes them great. In that case, I'd probably say no. I've done D&D, but I don't know if I've done tabletop RPGs then. Guys, for supremacy, we got war games, and this says that a strong war game tradition has taken root among the senior officers of our fleets, whether the games be computer simulations or actual exercises in space. This has been encouraged to our commanders to think outside the box, resulting in numerous tactical innovations and new strategies. Okay, so with that being said, our fleet command limit increases by 10%. We get 1 extra commander capacity, and our commanders start with an extra skill level. And so I would say the closest thing I've come to a tabletop, which is not a tabletop, but it is actually, but Battletech, that's the only tabletop that I really know about. I think Stellaris, doesn't Stellaris have a tabletop or something? Man, there was this tabletop RPG we played when I went to Paradox Studios in Sweden, and I forget the name of it, but it was like a galaxy, like it was just like Stellaris. Oh man, I gotta ask what that game was we played. It was very complex, I will say that. Have I had the mid-game crisis yet? No, not yet. I want it, but we have not gotten that yet. Alrighty, so we've maxed out our trade. Wow, I still need more consumer goods. I don't think it was that one. It was like Galactic Conquest or something like that. I can't remember, but like you start off just how you start off in Stellaris with like a planet, and then you have like these modifiers that are applied. All right, guys, we just built our first ring around Earth. And so there, if in the background, you can see it. This is Earth, our ring world right here. Now, this is just like, this is like building a starbase almost. You can add defenses to it. In this case here, I could add more shipyards, which I should be okay for a while, but I like to build defenses. I like a strong defensive empire that can protect themselves. And so I'm gonna add 2 hangar bays, our defense hangars, and then I'll build defensive platforms later. But that is our first orbital ring around one of our planets. I'm gonna rinse and repeat and do that on all of these worlds actually. Have I not built all the arc furnaces I can? I built 2 arc furnaces right now. I can build 1 more, and let's find a system to build that in. There's 9 dig sites there. 6, 3. I'm looking for the system that has the most dig sites. Our furnace dig sites, that is. 7, 7. Oh, this one is 10. Let's do it. And there we go. All right, so that is done. We have 4 Dyson Storm races. This is good. Let's check up on this war and see how we're doing. Oh, right. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to fight. I'm going to let my Xeno counterparts fight. And they're mostly going to do the fighting for me. So this war is going on over here. This is where I said diplomacy is winning for me right now. What did we just pass? I did not see the resolution we just passed. But my Diplo weight, oh, has actually been surpassed. Interesting. Let's try to change that. What are they doing that is increasing their Diplo weight so much? Current value 2000. Okay, it's coming from their fleets. I see. In that case, I wonder, let me see what most of my Diplo weight's coming from. Mine is still coming from economy. Okay. So I don't know if I can compete with them when it comes to military power just yet. Again, I'm going to need... Oh, wait. I can add more ships to these fleets. Nice. I got to start building more ships, though. Because right now it looks like most of theirs comes from their fleet. We'll hit reinforce, and we'll come back to this later. I don't know how many ships I can build right now just because we spent so many alloys as is. Right, just tier 2. But if I can subjugate another empire, this will be huge. Seems like in that case they passed a yes. Let's go back and see if that's correct. For military, the ready shield. So there it is. Diplomatic weight from fleet power increases by 40%, which means Chase, you were absolutely right. We need to start building up some more ships here because that's where a lot of Diplo weight comes from. Now, as long as I'm on the council, I'm good. But I can't let somebody surpass me by that much diplomatic weight. So, yeah, building more ships is going to have to be an absolute must. Now, I was trying to focus on things like economy, which we do have a couple of good ones here. Building a Better Tomorrow and buzzword standardization. Both are pretty good. But yeah, we want to make sure, I want to get done with supremacy. We have 50 months for our next tradition, which may not be accurate, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. The Military Readiness Act, nice. So this resolution moved up in the queue. Game system version of Star Wars, like Star Wars Edge of the Galaxy, nice, nice. This is split. Half of the galaxy supports it, the other half is like, no. But our Diplo 8 says otherwise. If we pass this resolution, oh, an empire just fell. Yikes. I think that might have been a byproduct of our empire declaring war. This is an allegiance war. All right, so I gotta make sure that these guys are good though. We might have to send some ships over there and help those guys out if they can't get past that. I might have put that subject in danger. All right, I'm just building some last buildings here. Resources are still looking really good. Now, the only way I'm already involved in this war, right? But right now, like I said, my allies are helping me. I will only get involved if one of my subjects are being attacked. Now, the empire that betrayed their overlord, yo, look, I can't help you with that. You make that decision. You will fight that war. Me though, I'm going to, like I said, if they come to my borders, we will make our move. Now I'm going to go with building relations as our next agenda. I'm still trying to build relations with other empires. Like I said, if I don't have to attack you, then I won't. If you become my subject, that's ideal. But if you don't, then that's where I have to get involved. And so, oh, that's a fallen empire right there. My goal right now is just to continually subjugate more and more of these empires and grow my economy, become stronger, and yeah, just try to build our defenses up and prepare for a mid-game crisis, which right now, let me see. Oh, wait, I thought that was a Marauder right there. Where are the Marauders at? Because if they are nearby, that is something we are going to have to... Was that the Marauders that just got destroyed? Guys, I think the Marauders were destroyed. Oh, here they are. All right, so they're actually very close to me. I would like to be able to defend my main systems from that. Right now, their fleets are, ooh, 20, 40, about 50K worth of fleet power. So let's go to our construction ships really quick. I'm gonna start building some deep space citadels. Probably need to start building some habitats as well. You know, I just need to build more construction ships. So 3 more should be more than enough. We got planetary shields now. Yeah, habitats is going to be the move. I'm going to start building some fortress habitats a little bit later on in the game, and one of my commanders has died. That is unfortunate. He was governing one of my planets. Let's put another governor up here. Oh yes, the commander with the righteous trait is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let me make sure most of my planets look pretty stable. I take pride in making sure these planets are stable too, because I manage them myself, and I try to make sure the happiness and all of that is as high as I can have it. Here, we still have a lot of jobs available too, so we should be good. Man, if I can get that head of Tsar clan, that would be awesome. I get the feeling that situation is going to pop up later. I've been getting back into Stellaris recently, and I'm glad I found your shorts and saw that you were doing. Yes, I do live stream quite a bit. I usually do about around 2 to 3 times a week. I was doing that a lot more before, but with the way the shorts have been growing the channel so fast, I'm trying to balance the two. And so, no, yeah, I really love live streaming a lot. So if you like live streams, you like Stellaris, this is the place to be. We also do have a Discord. It's in my bio on my YouTube page. I don't know how to make it pop up over on my my YouTube live streams, but if you're watching this on Twitch, there's the link to it there. And then yeah, sci-fi tabletop RPG. Wait, what? They have a Cowboy Bebop tabletop? That is cool. That is really cool. And again, I know my chat's kind of cut off here. Whenever like someone sends a big message like that, I just got to decrease the size of the chat. No, you're okay. You're okay. Neridium, I need to build something here. Actually, we have a huge build queue, so I can terraform planets. Holy cow. Now we need to I need to figure out how to terraform planets into Gaia worlds. I forget what's required for that. Terraforming planets into Gaia worlds. But hey, we were in the negatives before, guys. Now we are producing so many resources. It's beautiful. I want to make sure I'm not deprioritizing any jobs right now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this world had some jobs that were not prioritized. We'll change that around. I like to have all of my pops prioritize medical workers. And that does decrease my consumer goods just a little bit. That's okay. That'll slowly start to build back up as we build more jobs. Let's check up on this war. Make sure it's not encroaching our borders. And it looks like it's doing pretty smooth right now. Like I said, my allies are doing most of the work for me. It's such a oh, okay, World Shapers, I think. All right, right on. Thank you for reminding me, because I was like, wait, I remember you could terraform worlds into Gaia worlds, but it's been a bit since I've done that, because normally, like I said, I usually just wait until I get the head of Zarclan, and then I just terraform worlds that way. But for now, yeah, let's just make sure, let's upgrade these fleets. I want to also make sure that there are no empires catching up to me when it comes to Diplo weight in the Federation. Yeah, my Diplo weight is huge compared to these other guys. We also need to make sure we're building more ships. But yeah, slowly but surely, my fleets are getting stronger. My Diplo weight's getting stronger. I haven't seen refugees in a while. Is the galaxy really at peace? Over here, there's all kinds of chaos. I can't really tell who's winning and losing. Oh, yeah, this empire's split in half. I might have to come over here and intervene. I made an allegiance war. The empire that was going to join us is getting destroyed. They're like, you said you would help us. How do you have so much unity? Mine always grow super slow, and I never have any traditions. So this was an issue I've had for a bit, but it comes down to managing your planets, right? So if I go here on Earth, this planet is producing 136 unity, which is not a lot, but here I have archive districts. I built all of these administrative office jobs, right? And then I go to my planet, and earlier in the game, I had prioritized, where are you at? Bureaucrats. Bureaucrats produce unity. And so when you build that job, you want to make sure your pops are working those bureaucratic jobs, right? On almost all of my worlds, so bureaucrats also cost you consumer goods. So I'll try to get consumer goods up, and then I'll start producing unity. But yeah, you want to build bureaucratic jobs. What else produces more unity? Let's take a look at where all my unity comes from. I get most of it from factions. So factions is another one. Here is the faction that I'm currently supporting. The Free Thought League, they have issues that I'm able to easily address. And I have so many members in this faction, 22,000 pops are in this faction. 42% support. That's giving me 197 unity right there. The second one, the Xeno Liberty Trust. Now, I'm not fully playing the game the way they want me to play it, but I'm still getting, they have a 100% approval rating. That's another 8,000 pops that like what I'm doing. 77 unity. So factions play a big role into this as well. My Federation perk helps a little bit. I got a few buildings, my bases. Factions are huge. Diplomatic networking. So with diplomacy, the tradition, I get a lot of unity modifiers from that. What else? And then yeah, jobs, 500 unity from jobs. So that right there explains it. If I'm going diplomacy though, so that's a big thing though. Diplomacy helps out a whole bunch. All right, let me check up on this. Am I catching up to these guys? Because I got to make sure they're not blowing me. Oh wow, they're huge. They've passed me up by like 6,000 diplo weight right now. Now, what if I were to, did we pass that resolution? Oh, that's probably why I just got my next tradition. Let's go back here. I have 36 months until I finish my last tradition. I take world shapers when I want to drain pops from other empires with migration treaties. That's kind of, oh, actually, the way you phrase that is perfect. Because I'm kind of doing that right now. I have xenocompatibility, which increases my resettlement chance, but I have some civics that give me about another 110 unity. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to look into that. But yeah, I've been using migration treaties just to draw their pops over to my worlds. And if we go to the species tab here, these are all the different species I have. Most of those coming from migration treaties or just conquering other empires, things of that sort. Now I have about 5,000 consumer goods, right? Let's upgrade some bases. The system has a mega structure in it, so I definitely want to make sure that is secure. All right, I'm going to upgrade these, and then let's find our choke point systems. This one's going to be a good one. Let's, let's just upgrade the base first. What else do we have here? This, oh, I should have built that base there instead, but no worries. I need to recruit another scientist right now so that we can research some of these projects in my territories. My hot lobster person wife, exactly. Marriage is on the table with everything. Everybody can marry whatever they want. I thought I was, oh yeah, I was gonna build, was it rings I was gonna build or other mega structures? I built these other, oh, deep space citadels, right. All right, so let's put these construction ships to work. Now, if I were to get attacked over here, let's make sure we would be ready for that, which I don't think we will because my other ally is just kind of, they're conquering this other empire, so I don't know how much territory they're gonna get from that. But it's kind of sad because I wanted them to be my ally or my subject as well. I did a purge and it made everyone hate me. Oh yes, that there's consequences to actions in Stellaris. That was one of my first lessons because I wanted to play as a determined exterminator and ended up not realizing people don't like when you exterminate their species. All right, where can I build that other? Let's build a defensive citadel here. Deep space citadels everywhere. And I just realized you could put 3 citadels in one system. So if I go over here, let me see, are you guys done with this? Oh yeah, we're gonna build a second deep space citadel in this system. We already have 1. Now we have 2. Now for my next, we have increased our naval capacity by 75, which is gonna be very nice. Options. 0.5 available envoys. I don't know how that works, but we're gonna go ahead and do that anyway. That gives me also another max district, which will be good. And oh, somebody's selling my species. Hell no, we cannot have that. You've been purchased. You are now free. You were free to live on my worlds. All right, so here's my defensive ring on my home world, Earth. We're gonna upgrade that to tier 2. Let's go back. Here's my first defensive station I built. I'm just gonna build a uplink computer on this for now and upgrade it. Again, the defensive platforms will come a little bit later. I don't want to spend so much of my alloys that I don't have a base of it. So I want to make sure that we have enough to keep upgrading our star bases like I'm doing right now. And then, like I said, once we run out of bases to upgrade, then I will come back and spend those alloys. I mean, I really could do both, but I like having a nice surplus of alloys in case I want to build more ships or things like that. Meanwhile, check back over here on the war. Okay, so this empire, they are on the move. They're attacking another subject that I cannot allow. I need to get Federation fleets involved. This conflict is getting closer to my territory. Those are some beautiful rings. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. I need to make them stronger. They're not strong enough yet. You can tap. Oh, can we? Has that happened? Oh no, not yet. Not yet. Wait, I thought we were. I was pretty sure we were supposed to be able to. Not yet. Unless I'm not seeing how to do it, I don't see how I can do that. I did just upgrade my game today though, so it should be, I don't know if that update included this. Yeah, I don't see it just yet, but that is coming though. Now this space, what were you gonna be? I think this was gonna be a trade station as well. That would make this a lot easier for me to handle all these star bases. This past weekend, a friend and I, we literally just spent hours just upgrading star bases. What's this? Someone's been subjugated? Okay. I know what a militarist fallen empire now. Ooh, you're playing with hot fire there, buddy. Okay, let's see here. What, I think this was going to be a defensive station. Another embassy offer. That's more unity added to my empire. That's what we want. And now I should be able to add a district to each of my worlds here. Just let me get my resources under control for a bit. Gonna go back up to our planets. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Nice. Just gonna add a district to each and every one of these worlds. Wait, I went to that last planet. This is my mining world. Unfortunately, I don't have enough for that. The amenities, though, that is very high. Let's replace some of these hollow theaters. I like high amenities, but I kind of need resources. This is a mining world, so I don't want to take away from that. What do I really need right now? Let's go maybe some science. Set this planet here, another district. Oh yeah, we need all the jobs on this planet. All right, minerals looking good, energy credits are looking good. I'm trying to, like, even though I'm doing good on resources right now, I want to make sure that, let's say something happens to one of my subjects where I end up losing one. I don't want to lose their resources and end up crumbling under my own economy. This generator world, let's add, let's go with another one of these urban expansions. And options. Maybe I'm going to start leaning a little bit more into tech. All right, so I've added a district to each of those worlds, more for others. And now let's go to the Galcom here right now. Okay, cool. I'm back on top when it comes to Diplo weight. Let's see what resolutions are going on. Integrated gardens. Ew, no, we don't want that. That is atrocious. I'm a big fan of the Hive Mindfall empires they added. See, I've seen them so much now that they've kind of... annoying is a strong word. They've just become... I've seen them more frequently. So this run, I don't have them in my empire or in my galaxy, but they've caused me more problems better than worse. The environmental ordinance waivers. That could be a really good resolution to pass. But I also want to check out galactic reforms. Here we go. All right, I'm going to have the galactic community nominate me as the custodian. Oh, that's weak support. Now let's enable veto power. Let's do that. I think that would rise to the top of the proposal queue. Instead of becoming custodian, let's just get rid of proposals we don't want. Or just ending the session earlier. I would say my favorite Federation, or my favorite Fallen Empire would have to be the Militant Isolationist. But all right, guys, we're moving up here. We have these guys attacking my subjects. That's a no-no. Not only are they attacking my subjects, they are Federation allies. So we're about to see some fleet-on-fleet action. Wait a minute. Okay, I was like, tell me that's not all I have in the system. Hopefully we can take these guys out. I haven't spent a lot of resources on fleets as much as I would like to. Boom, baby. That's a victory for the Federation. Dubs. Let's get dubs in the chat, please. Hey, what's going on? Triosuki? Bloody Fox, hello. Fair, that's kind of why I like them. The other Fallen Empires are so easy to manipulate. See, yeah, man, the hive minds, especially when they like form into like one, then it's like rip. We had a multiplayer game a few weeks ago where we lost to that because we tried to fight them off before they formed. They ended up forming and then just completely wrecking the whole galaxy. And guys, we just got our final tradition. We're gonna apply military applications to our fleets. Let's do shield damage. I don't think these guys even have shields, but our final tradition, the Great Game. This gives us extra damage versus star bases by 20%. For this tradition, finishing it gives us the War Doctrine policy, and we get our next to last Ascension perk. So for this Ascension perk here, options. I think I'm gonna lean into Galactic Force Projection. Defenders of the Galaxy? Let's do Galactic Force Projection first. Now I'm back under my fleet capacity. Yes, dubs in the chat, guys. We did it. Well, we haven't done it yet. We just beat a fleet. Now we got to push further. The humans will reign supreme. We got to help these guys right now. Our war exhaustion is at 44. Theirs is at 61. We need to take back as many systems as possible and make this empire give up their subject to us. That subject belongs to us, not them. We are the true overlords of this galaxy. What's going on in the Galcom real quick? Is this what we want? No, we don't want this. Yes, this is good. This is very good. Now I'm going to continually be building ships here as this war progresses. Like I said, if I lose ships, that's going to cost me Diplo weight. And so let's make sure we got those done. I see we got some upgrades to my star bases here. We'll take a look at those a little bit later. Whoa, we have a Paragon. That sound actually scared me a little bit. Here we have Jin. Perfect timing. We have a commander here. We're going to enlist him and apply him to one of our fleets. Hang on. Oh, shoot. I wish I would have done that before they jumped into battle here. Okay, hang on. Let's backtrack. I got so many alerts I can't keep up. Let's let this battle go by. All right, there we go. So that's another victory. Grab these fleets. Apply Jin to it, the renowned commander. Let's back up here. Research upkeep. Nice. What could I research here? Let's just get colony. Let's get auxiliary fire control knocked out. The Hive Mind Fallen Empire is a neat concept, though. They do end up making absurd demands, including genetically modifying. See, the modifying part I can't stand. I don't like when they tell me to declare war against someone that I don't want to, or like decolonizing a planet. I'm just like, you have some nerve. You want me to decolonize this planet that I've spent all this time on, which is funny because right now I'm watching not Strange New Worlds. I'm watching Starbase. Let me slow my roll. Let me drink some water. Cheers, guys. Okay, so right now I'm watching Star Trek TNG, and something similar is happening where an empire that does not like humans has declared a colony to like leave the planet because they had a treaty where that planet was theirs, and in the treaty it said that if another species is on this planet, they could wipe them out. And so Picard and the Enterprise showed up at this planet, and they were like, "Yo, they were like, look, either you get these humans off the planet in like a couple of days, or we're gonna destroy them." The Shellac, yes. And honestly, in that show, they are one of the coolest species I feel like I've seen so far in the entire show. Like, they look like, they remind me of the Sentinels from the Days of Future Past X-Men movie. But yeah, they're just like, yo, we're about to wipe these guys out. And then I forget what Picard did, but he ended up using diplomacy. And I saw this post recently about the different captains in Star Trek and how Picard, if you want to prevent a war or a battle, you would use Picard. If you want to finish a war, you use Benjamin Sisko. And then I forgot who they said you use during a war, but the guy from Discovery. But dude, yeah, is it the Shellac or the Shellac? The Shellac, dude, they are cool. I like them. But yeah, I'm like a little more than midway through season 2 of TNG, and I'm telling you, I love that show. I completely underestimated it by its age, but I'm not gonna lie, some of the lessons I've learned in that show have carried over very well. Quoted a regulation to select a race to mediate with dispute that will not be awake for 6 months time. Yes. Yeah. And so I just saw that episode like yesterday, and I was like, dude, that is crazy. And then the guy on the colony on the planet, he was arguing to fight. Dude, the chick liking Data, that was adorable. She fell for an android. I thought that was adorable. But Data has become my favorite character in that entire show. I absolutely love Data as a character. He's kind of like that little brother that doesn't know better. And I've become very fond of his character in that show. I'm not a Star Trek nerd. Well, maybe. Look, I've become one. I started with Strange New Worlds, and then I was like, you know what? I got to go back. Everybody said you have to watch some of the older shows to really know what's going on. And so, yeah, there was another episode where Worf and this half human, half Klingon character showed up. Nice, guys. We canceled that. Now we're going to be voting on the council veto power resolution next, if that stays on the top of the proposal queue. So I would say we've definitely secured power in this galaxy. We're just trying to push these guys out of my vassal's territory, and we're gonna start attacking. Man, they have taken every system from that empire. I feel bad for them now. We got to take out that fleet, but that is a very strong fleet. They have about 13K versus, actually, no, we should be able to take them on. Just got to make sure all of my fleets are in one system. While we're doing this, we're also building relations with Xenos. Galcom resolution actions cost -5%. Now let's do open arms. I really like Lower Decks now. You're watching the original series too. Nice. Yeah, I'm watching, I'm assuming the original series is different from TNG. Let me know if I'm wrong on that one. But yeah, right now I'm watching TNG. If you want a Klingon empire and Stellaris make strong, resilient, and quarrelsome, dude, the Klingons are so just different. They're very different. They get mad about things, but in a way, I kind of get them now. Is that why you in Lower Decks uniform? So I actually got this uniform on Amazon, and I used to do like sort of like United Nations of Earth playthroughs in this earlier, and now I just kind of like I feel like it represents like humans trying to do the right thing, and so when I play like a more xenophile playthrough, I rock this. I have a more like a red and black uniform that I wear for when I'm doing like the Commonwealth of Man or more of a xenophobic type of empire run. And then if if I'm doing like a crisis run, I have like a Thanos outfit. And so I just kind of put things together. They don't necessarily have to like, I think that's more of what they represent. And I try to tie the two together. Original series is old card. Okay, so that we're gonna have to save for like a long time for when I'm like deeper into Star Trek. Because I saw that pop up and I'm like, wait, is this not what I'm watching or is this something different? And I was like, wait a minute, this is not what I want to watch right now. It's a little too old for me. I'll come back to that one later. TNG is my starting point. But yeah, right now TNG is awesome. I love it. I'm more of a Star Wars guy, but I'm getting into Star Trek. See, I grew up on Star Wars. Wait, where are my fleets at? Let me back up here. I just lost a Protector of Liberty. It's not acceptable. Oh, did all my fleets just get destroyed? No, they didn't. Okay, why is Jin not on the fleets then? Oh, he doesn't have an order. Okay, I see what's going on now. Wait, can commanders be both on the council and governors? Scan quantum catapult insights. All right, all of my fleets, I'm grabbing all of you guys and we are sending you up here. Now, all of my subject systems have been taken back. That's not TJ or Deep Space Nine era uniform. I want to say it's just a generic one. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen any shows that have this in it. But here, I'll kind of stand up. This is what it looks like. I'm not standing up, but I'm just kind of sitting up in my chair. So it must be a low. Oh, dude. So, all right. I haven't seen Lower Deck, but I did see the crossover episode. I'm not going to say what show that was in, just to not. There's a lot of episodes though, so like just not to spoil for anybody, but I will say that was a very fun episode. And I did not realize the guy from The Boys is in that show either. Let's go with Delegate. Increase that Diplo weight some more. All right, so all of my subjects' territories have been taken back now. I've completed all of my traditions, right? Now we're gonna start upgrading some of these mega structures. Can I do all of these at once? Oh, okay, I need more alloys, but yes, we'll start upgrading those. It's a bit dated and the plot is, but the plot is peak sci-fi. Nice. I'm not gonna lie, Star Trek Strange New Worlds is some of my favorite television. Oh, we got a big battle here. Can we fight these guys off? That's gonna be, oh, I don't think so. That's gonna be rough. Yikes. Big yikes right here. How about we status quo this? Let's just say, hey, look, this war's not worth it. I'm curious what's gonna happen to the subject that tried to join us. So they took out that fleet. I don't want to take any system losses from these guys. Oh, wow. They did just lose that subject. That's interesting. So they take some of their subject systems. Hang on. Let's make sure they didn't take any of my systems, though. Oh, okay. That's the other subject. All right. These guys are pathetic now. Lack of sleep makes me silly. I think it makes us all a little silly. Deep Space Nine is my favorite Star Trek. So look, I know for sure I'm going to love Deep Space Nine because I started it, but then I stopped. I got like I almost finished season 1 and I was like, wait a minute. I'm missing out on too much information to like continue this. I feel like I won't fully appreciate Deep Space Nine unless I finish TNG. So that's why I went back and rewatched TNG. But Benjamin Sisko, I've seen some of his lines from some of his movie or from his shows. Some of the episodes from his shows, and I gotta say, dude, he has some sweet lines. All right, so we got some pre-FTLs that just awoke. I don't want to give them this system though, wherever they are. Wait a minute, where? Oh shoot, I don't even know where they are. Enterprise, Discovery, Strange New Worlds, TNG, Deep Space Nine. Wait, what? Oh, that's the way the chronological order goes. Wait, Strange New Worlds takes place before TNG? I did not know that. I was born of a forbidden love. My mom is a Trekkie and my dad is a Whovian. Oh, okay, nice, nice. See, my grandpa was into Star Trek, but you know, I was growing up during like, you know, Star Wars, the original, or not the original series, but the prequels. And so getting that dopamine hit made me not as interested in Star Trek. So I'll watch the original series with Spock and Kirk. Dude, see, Kirk, man. The way Kirk did some of the characters in Strange New Worlds, it hurt a little bit. That is a clown, man. Kirk is a clown, man. He had a wife, and then it was like, hey, look, you know, I like you. I got this romantic thing going on, but like, you know, I have a wife. But if you still want to be my girl, oh man, I'm like, bro, what? And it broke her heart, and I was so sad because the character whose heart he broke is like one of my favorite characters, and I was like, bro, come on, dude. Kirk, you gotta do better than that, man. My favorite DLC would have to be Nemesis. No, actually, I take that back. It would be the Machine Age. But I like Nemesis a lot first because when it came out, it allowed you to become the Crisis, and that's one of my favorite things, is being the bad guy in the galaxy. I haven't done it as much recently, but yeah, I do like the idea of just, you know what, forget this. I'm going to destroy this entire galaxy. But the Machine Age had a good soundtrack. It brought in Satana. I had a bunch of like, I had the ship set for the machines. I like those a lot. But yeah, it brought a lot of features to robots that I really appreciate. I know my diploid just took a hit. Yeah, and I'm in Breach of Galactic Law. Let's change that by increasing our fleet power. Dr. Marcus and Marcus Jr., who are they? So I don't know all the names by heart in Star Trek, if that is even from Star Trek. Let's see here. And also, like, another thing with Star Trek too is I feel like watching that show further helps me like understand some of the intricacies in Stellaris as well. Hey, what's going on here? Welcome to the stream. So like there was an episode in Star Trek where they encountered this god, and it's one of the like popular memes where the guy, he's kind of like spazzing out and he just like drops dead. Dude, that episode freaked me out, and it made me really appreciate first contact situations a little bit better. Seeing that god be like, he didn't even care about, I mean, he was talking with them, but like, he had no disregard. He had just disregard for human life. He was just like, I don't even care. I'm gonna, what's up with that guy right there? Why does God need a starship? No, I don't think, did he have a starship? I think there'd been like multiple, is that what it was? It was like the blue face looking thing that looked like the Power Rangers guy. But yeah, he just like made that guy drop dead. And I was like, I was watching that and I was just like, whoa. And then ever since then, now I'm kind of like, yo, first contact situations, I feel like in Stellaris, people kind of overlook those. But like, man, making first contact with an alien empire or even like a species in general, that is freaky. Like first contact situations are no joke. There was another first contact where, and I brought this up in the last stream, where they were talking to this being that was split between like 5 different people. And I brought it up last time. You like talk to one being and the guy would stand in front of him that can't speak. And he'd be like, the person behind would be like, hey, look, when you talk to me, look at this person. Don't look at the people behind me talking. I like that episode a lot. But my favorite episode is Dear Elementary. Dear Elementary Data. It's the one where Data is like doing a Sherlock Holmes thing. And that's the episode that made me like a huge Data fan. All right, did my Minister of Defense just give up? All right, let's make Jin our new Minister of Defense now. Oh, okay, wait a minute, I take that back. He decreases diplo weight. We can't have that. Elementary Data, yes. Data. I gotta remember to say Data. Data is my guy. But yeah, I now see Data as like I said, he's like the little brother of the ship. Wesley is, look, I underestimated Wesley at first, but he be speaking sense into, he gives a different point of view. Data, yes. My boy Wesley, at first I was like, why are you on this ship? Now I'm like, no, you need somebody like him on this ship because there's been some, all right. Now, one thing I will say is sometimes like Picard and some of the higher ranking officers, they be kind of talking crazy to him. And I'm like, yo, put some respect on my boy's name. But now that he's getting these higher ranks, I'm like, all right. And then, I cracked up with the episode where he, oh man, he fell for that girl and then she turned into like a giant rat. I was like, whoa, that was not a part of the terms and condition. All right, let me stop, guys. Let's get back to our run here. All right, so right now, I was kind of wanting these guys to be my subject, but they're already subject to another empire. Who else can we look for? Everybody's got a subject now. These copycats. What about over here? Offer migration treaty. Okay, so they're saying no, and I don't want to give them one if I gotta like use a favor for it. Shut up, Wesley. Yes. Yeah, when him and Picard were on the ship by themselves, and like Picard was about to get heart surgery, I'm just like, bro, this is a kid. Like, give him a break, guys. We're gonna try another subjugation war. This run, we are conquering, or at least we're trying to. We're 1 for 1. We won one war. I wouldn't say we lost the other war, but we did not achieve our goals in that run or in that war. Oh, we have a truce? Why? Why? I need someone to attack. So this is going to initiate another war. The thing is, oh man, this is a big federation. My question is, how will they be able to get over? Okay, yeah, so this might cause some issues. Who are you guys? Oh, you guys are already at war as well. Wait, this empire's at war. All right, how long is this truce? We have to wait, oh, just about 6 more years, and then we can declare war on them again. So that gives me time to build up our fleets. And I've just researched mega engineering technology. This is good. Now let's buy some alloys. Let's sell some minerals. We've maxed out those. Yeah, sometimes they are a little harsh towards Wesley, and I'd be feeling bad because I'm like, bro, this guy, y'all wouldn't talk to Riker like that. Do you use other galaxy shapes? I really like the, yeah, okay, so yes, I do. Right now I'm playing on a Barred Spiral is my favorite galaxy shape, just because there's a chance that, wait, is this, yeah, so here's the Barred Spiral here, and then I think there's another one, yeah, right here. So with Barred Spiral, it splits the galaxy by 2 systems. So the only way you can get to this side is either by here or by over here. And I kind of like that. Kind of like splits the galaxy between north and south. But yeah, I try, I do cartwheel a little bit, spiral, the four-arm spiral galaxy. It really just depends, but I do like mixing it up a lot. I don't like getting familiar with galaxy shapes. I like to really diversify my playthroughs and do things a little bit differently in each run, change settings up a little bit. So I'm always kind of tinkering around with those. I want to try something too in my next run where there are no choke points, which sounds awful, but yeah, like I said, I always like to just kind of add my own little challenges to my playthroughs. All right, so this world, let's change all of these Unity buildings into, wait, what? Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. I gotta change the district into science districts. But see, I have all the Unity I need. Now I need to start producing science. Right now my science is not doing the best. Looks like my scientist has died though. Let's recruit another one to replace them. Which run am I doing right now? Hey, cheers, Phoenix Frig. This is my Xenophile playthrough where the Xenophiles turn into, my Xenophile diplomatic empire turns into an Imperial ship and goes on a power run in the Galcom. Speaking of Galcom, let's take a look at what's going on over there really fast. Repeal minor administrative sanctions. I could get behind that. I could support that. We don't want sanctions in the Galcom, but what I also would like is to reform this bad boy. I want to turn this into an Imperial ship. Is somebody already proposing this? This resolution cannot be proposed for another 2,000 days. Tragic. What else could we change then? Let's see if we can pass another leverage privateering. I can support that as well. I'm going for the economy resolutions. Building a better tomorrow. Environmental ordinance waivers. Let's do this. Habitability goes down by 20%. That is brutal. Let's do it anyway. Whatever. We'll see if that goes up in the proposal list here. I think I play a cartwheel. I like the chaotic shape. Yeah, I do too. I wish there was a way to... No, okay, maybe not. Putting like random settings on the galaxy. That would be crazy. I'm going to activate the rest of these specimens. No, not that one. Most of these are like science specimens. All right, let's see what tech we got here. Cross-model standardization gives us a bunch of modification points. Let's upgrade our robots now. We're going to create a new template. These guys don't have any modifiers. What do I want for you guys? Let's go mass produce. I like having that. Okay, trait picks left, trait points left. Let's go with adaptive frames, and we will apply this to our species, and that'll take 11 months. Nice. Activate the specimen. Yes. I don't know why this reminds me of the scientists in the Marvel movies. I played on a Starburst last time, and there was a bunch of unreachable systems. Oh yeah, so that can happen. That can happen in any galaxy type. But yeah, there are like special situations where there will be systems that are unreachable. Speaking of, oh guys, stop dying. I keep losing my leaders. Who is this? This was a leader. So one of my planets. Oh, he must have just been idle. Yeah, there's a few systems here that I can't reach, but they're not unreachable though. Huh? What am I? Oh, they came back from an astral plane. So I have a scientist that is traumatized. All right, let's find that guy and probably retire him. A lot of my leaders have negative traits. This is not good. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. This is a bummer. Make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, so let's go ahead and reinforce some ships here. Still, like I said, I'm producing alloys right now, but it's just not enough. So let's go to our subjects here. Hey, buddy. Let's make a trade. Actually, let's not make a trade. Let's make a terms negotiation. How about you give me more of your resources? Oh, you'll give me all your advance as well? This is beautiful. Now, what's fun about this is that I'm playing on Grand Admiral. So these subjects they get bonuses. They're gonna give me all that. Give. So we'll change that agreement. We got a dig site here. We'll just get that knocked out. Let's change our other subject agreements as well. I think you guys are giving me everything you already have. Oh, okay, so I need influence. All right, let's let it roll then. If a subject comes to me right now and they try to propose a change in their agreement, they might be able to do it because I don't have any influence right now. So let's make sure we get that situation taken care of before, build up some more influence, and then we'll come back to them later. Now back over here, I'm seeing a good amount of jobs. What species is your favorite to play as? I bought Machine Age and I really enjoy doing a Gestalt tech run, robot run. So you're right there. You kind of nailed the dot. I like robots. I love robots. But I don't want to be like, I don't want to be a determined exterminator. I've done enough determined exterminator playthroughs. I love driven assimilators. I love playing like a neutral robot empire that's not really like on anybody's side, but playing both cards. And as of lately, I just put together a robot empire that I'm going to do for my next playthrough. That is pretty much just say like they're like a defensive build. All I do is build up defensive platforms, defensive star bases, and I try to be sort of like a I don't know if you know what the inward perfection civic is, but it's more like we don't get involved with human or any species affairs at all. All we do is build up defenses. And, you know, I'll still do agreements with anyone, but when it comes to joining in wars or anything like that, I will not get involved in it. And so that's it's a robot species that I like I said, I'm still kind of practicing it. I've done a couple of playthroughs here this past week with multiplayer with friends, and I've just been practicing on building defenses and just not getting involved in any of the smaller things that the Xenos kind of get into. So, neutral robots, I should say. Neutral bots, the neutral bots. So here I'm just going to keep building more defensive platforms in all these systems, at least my choke point systems for sure. And I'm just doing this just in case I get attacked. Right now it's not likely that I will get destroyed by anyone, but this further increases my defenses. Now we're going to go back to my megastructures here in a second. And I want to see, yes, let's upgrade the rest of these. We're going to keep on upgrading these bad boys. I might need more alloys before we can do that. Yeah, we'll need more alloys, but we'll come back to that later. Speaking of alloys and things of the matter, let's go to our construction ships really quick. I would like to build, what are you doing here? You're doing nothing. All right, so let's build a habitat. This will be my first habitat. I take that back. I need more energy or alloys. And we can just buy those. There we go. 800 trade. That's a lot. All right, our first habitat. Awesome. And we're gonna start building fortress habitats. Like I said, when it comes to my defenses and my borders, if you can get past my borders, that's when I'm worried, because that's where my strongest are. And so, yeah, pretty much, Rob Servo, I like that name. Yes, I don't want to get involved. If I do get declared war on, Hey, cool story, bro, but good luck getting through my borders. That's pretty much how I handle those situations. All right, let's automate our scientists here. I'm sure there's plenty of projects to work on. Oh, these Gaia worlds, I love them, but I can't colonize them. Let me see what my victory score ranking is. Right now, we are 5th in a galaxy of 34 empires. And most of the empires, our allies are ahead of us, and the other 3 empires are all fallen empires. All right, we're gonna activate this peaceful application, increasing the happiness once again. Let's see. Actually, let's go with management insights. That increases trust growth. Back in the Galcom, right now we are voting, and we have less than 300 days to repeal the minor administrative sanctions. I think a lot of people are going against this. That's fair. You can automate science ships. Yes, you can. So if you go to your science ships, which I'll click on this one, there's this little button right here that looks like a map. It's science ship automation. You can click on that. Oops. And then you can check off all the boxes you want your scientists to do. And so I usually do that like right after I finish surveying my primary sector systems that I want to get. And then after that, I'm just like, unless they're like primary systems I need to grab, I'm usually just like, all right, go do whatever you want, guys. Or sometimes I'll just have them automate planets, or I'll automate them to research. What am I thinking of right now? Projects and things like that. All right, so we're gonna keep on building rings around our planets. This will be my second ring. Let me see, make sure. What are you doing right now? Yeah, see, this construction ship's automatically constructing. Let's build a, I don't have hyperlanes over here. And then after that, let's put a ring around Iridium. There we go. All right, for engineering technology, next up, let's research swarmer missiles. And then we're gonna level up our head of researcher with the assembler trait. And that increases our mechanical assembly speed. I have a lot of energy credits right now, so we're gonna reinforce a few more ships here. And do I have battleships now? Yes, we do. We're gonna add these to our fleets, all of them, except for this one. This one's all destroyers. This one's all corvettes, which I think that's going somewhere. No, it's not. We'll make this one an all Corvette fleet. This is my Federation fleet, actually. Can I do this? Okay, I'm already at my max capacity for these then. It's a small Federation fleet. And speaking of Federation here, let's take a quick look at our Federation laws in a second. Oh, wait, that was going to be... Wait, what just happened to that fleet there? All battleships, there we go. We're going to hit reinforce. And let's go to the Federation. Oh, I don't have a leader on this. We need that. All right, so we are almost at level 5 of this massive Federation right now. Let's see, the president decides, yes. Can we get this? All right, we need to hit level 5. But right now, I've been president of this Federation for a long time. I wonder if I could change this to the president deciding who joins our Federation. Let's do that. And pretty much I'm in control, full control of this Federation for the time being. This Federation agrees to make me in charge of rules. Nice. Engineering technology is going by swiftly now. This is good. Leaders are leveling up. We are looking very, very good. All right, so we're in the year 2364. I don't remember what year I put my my PC specs. If you want to see those, check out my Twitch channel. Let me see if I can share that with you really quick. I have an About Me section there. Let me see. Here, can I just share that real quick? Let me pause the game real fast. 1 second, guys. Since I'm here, let me just go ahead and pull it up here. Where are you at? I'll just read it off here since I have it. I have here, I'll just share it for you. Here's the Twitch channel. If you want to go there and check out the about me section, I have all of my specs there. But the PC I have right now is pretty solid. So there's that link there for the YouTube channel. Looks like we have a software malfunction. No worries. Oh, they want me to give up. Sure, I'm actually okay with this. I'll give you guys some of my species. Hopefully in return, we get something back for that. But yes. Oh, look at all these refugees. Neridium, Alpha Centauri. Wow, that's a lot of refugees coming to our planets. We welcome them here. Our worlds are better. Our worlds are better than wherever you just came from. So welcome home. This is your new place. All right, we do need jobs though, that's for sure. I'm gonna start upgrading a few of these planet buildings. All right, are we working the alloy jobs? We sure are. Okay, I might have to designate another world for alloys. Oh, we found the rubricator. Wow, we really found this? I didn't even have to destroy the dragon. Oh, is that the dragon? What is it? What's going on here? Okay, no, it's not. I don't know what's going on. We were following a science ship, so I was confused on what was happening in the background. Okay, so now we just ran out of consumer goods, or at least producing them. Holy alerts! What's there? There has to be a big war happening right now because what's happening over here? Somebody's attacking somebody. Is it you guys? Who are you fighting? No, why are we getting all these refugees? Okay, I'm not worried that we're getting the pops from it, but I'm just making sure it's not like some sort of crisis happening. Now here's the rubricator. We can spend some unity to activate this, giving me 500 minor artifacts and increasing archaeotech weapon damage by 15%, as well as my society research by 20%. So now I will forever have, I won't say forever, but throughout the remainder of this playthrough, as long as I have the rubricator, I can utilize this and activate some of these minor artifacts for decisions like what I'm doing right now. There's only a handful of reasons to see that many refugees notifications. I know, I'm like, is somebody getting attacked right now? We also just got the, we now have the capacity to build a nourishment complex. That's a Fallen Empire technology right there. And so I'm gonna go to my agro world right here. I'm gonna replace one of these with a nourishment complex, and that, wow, improves farmers' automated workforce, agro drones' automated workforce by 75%, and it gives me 600 worker jobs on this planet. This planet has a hyper ecosystem. Someone's being eaten by multiple empires. Yeah, I just can't tell which one though, because it says these guys are not at war. Who's attacking who here? This might become a Federation war, because I'm seeing this Federation's huge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, we could do a 4v4 right now. But yeah, this is why I'm going to steadily continue building my resources here, because this is brewing up to be massive. Let's go distribute some luxury goods across all of my worlds. All right, just get all that done. I got so many consumer goods here. Not quite a lot to spend them on. I would love to terraform my planets, but I don't want to terraform them into anything other than a Gaia world. And again, we get those Gaia worlds here, but I can't colonize them just yet. Let's see. Can I, you know what? Okay, let's just focus. I have this little island right here, but I can't do a whole lot with it just yet. Climate restoration, that is what we want. All right, so let's see if I can terraform my planets. Can we do this into Gaia worlds now? Still can't do Gaia. Oh, that's right. I need that that ascension perk. There we go. Is there any DLC you would not recommend? Let me go to the DLCs real quick, see what DLCs there are. All right, so out of all these DLCs, I mean, I can't really say I wouldn't recommend. Let's say you don't have any DLCs, right? If there was one DLC I would not recommend, it would have to be Cosmic Storms. Me personally, I don't even use Cosmic Storms. I don't really like the, Hey, let me see, where are you at? Let's see what comes with Cosmic Storms. Overlords was awesome too. I love Overlords. Where are you at, Cosmic Storms? Let me see what all came with Cosmic. Why do I not see Cosmic Storms? I thought it was like after Paragons. Oh, here it is. Cosmic Storms. It comes with 8 dynamic new storm types. I mean, yeah, I turn storms off pretty much, or I keep them at a minimum. The new Origin Storm Chasers. I did not play Storm Chaser. I played it once or maybe twice. Just wasn't really a big fan of it. The new Civics didn't really care too much for. I rarely use the weather forecast map mode. And then the new technologies are like storm deterrents and attractions. The resolutions, like I said, most of this I do not use. So Cosmic Storms, I would say, is probably the only one that I if you want to get it, sure. But yeah. Now, Astral Planes, I liked Astral Planes. I like the astral actions. I like the all the different story events, and so I would actually say I wouldn't recommend buying it, but I would say I do like Astral Planes. But for Storms though, I'm kind of like, this wasn't really like a game changer for me. Yeah. And by the way, guys, I will say I get products from Paradox, and so it might seem a little biased, but I'm not going to say, hey, you should buy all these things. Like, no, like I still have my own opinions about, you know, these DLCs and things like that. And so I would say, let me see, First Contact was really cool. I just want to put that out there though, just so you guys know that I get in a way sponsored by Stellaris. So like if there's ever new stuff that comes out, you know, I have a choice in what I can say still. And so I get these things for free, but, and for me, I in a way, I almost did not, I wouldn't say didn't like Infernals. Infernals is cool. The Red Giant, the Cosmic Dawn are cool. The Crisis Path is okay for me. This just wasn't like a game changer. Toxoid, I loved it. Toxoids was awesome. Knights of the Toxic God, top tier. Aquatics, awesome. Necroids, I like Necroids. What was it like awesome as the other ones? Lithoids was okay. Let's see, Plantoids, I like Plantoids. I enjoyed Plantoids. Catalytic processing was cool. But the Grand Archive, this was good. 17 new relics. The Space Fauna Origins, or Primal Calling and Treasure Hunters was cool. The Void Worm Plague is actually, I don't mind that. I feel like that added some extra pizzazz to the mid game. First Contact, I like that a lot. Ancient Relics, I don't remember when I got this one, but I would recommend it, sure. The rest of the stuff is pretty good, but yeah, Cosmic Storms is the only DLC I will say I was not like a big fan of. Now, Nomads, look at all of this. Nomads is about to be crazy, and in particular, I really like this right here. Heirs of the Khan. You can play as a successor of a murdered Khan. I cannot wait for that. What else do they have? The new ambition, Defenders of the Galaxy. I cannot wait for Defenders of the Galaxy. That is about to be fire. New Paragons, Champions Forge Live. That's okay. All right, so guys, we have conquered species, right? We've conquered another subject. Oh wait, what did I just do? What is my favorite precursor? It's a tie between the Cybrex and the Baul. Yeah, I can't wait for the new Nomads DLC to come out. The Essential perk that lets you create storms is kind of cute, but it's not, but not for that price. Let's see here. What else do we have? It's the law. It is the law. Cosmic Storms had a cool idea, but the execution wasn't quite done right. Yeah, I agreed. Kia Ryan, that and you have to use your slots to protect planets and or people or regional space. Yep, with the Storm Tech, yeah. I have Dark Space mod, which has Nomad Origins. Nice. Yes, for me, I honestly like. Oh, here we go. We got a habitat built. Nice. It's gonna be our first fortress station. Now for Nomads, I feel like the reason, like I said, I'm looking forward to everything but the Nomads. That's the funny thing about it. Really happy for Nomad's going to play its Nomadic Spiritualist mega church on the pilgrimage to spread the word. Maybe I just got to look more into it, but I just, yeah, I like the idea of my empire moving just sounds very complicated. Unless I see somebody do it right, I don't know if I want to do it at all. Like, this is good for me, just sitting here. But like, I feel like I'm going to get trolled so much by an empire that could just move around. Let's build another habitat. Let's build another few habitats if we can. All right, so volcanic terraforming is not complete. We got to research volcanic terraforming again. Cool. Getting all that done, and let's find another system to put. Oh, I got all these terraformable candidates. This is awesome. Those are starting to pop up for me now. 3 of them. Wow, there's one in my home world. Is this Mars? Oh yeah, let's terraform Mars. You get it? Terraform. Okay. What else do we have here? Can I build another? You know, I'm gonna build a. Can I build another habitat? No, we need more influence. All right. In that case, let's build another deep space citadel. I always die to the Khan, so it'd be nice to turn the tables. Yeah, this time you play as one of the heirs of the Khan, and I think that is really cool. But I'm also curious, like, are you starting off in a galaxy that's already set up, or are you going to be the heir of like a new galaxy? There is a wide versus tall Dishamini. Now there's going to be a sedentary or nomadic playstyle. Nice. I actually, like I said, this playthrough does not represent that. But in my past couple of playthroughs, I've been playing tall. Just full-blown tall. You can put the storm repellers and attractors on deep space. Oh, nice. I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, it just adds to the micromanagement, which that doesn't bother me, but it's like, yeah, sure. If I had to buy all the DLCs, would I buy this for this? Probably not. Everything else, though, smooth. I will say that. Oh, nice. I can now build another deep space citadel. Let's put that guy over here. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. I think we should be good for that for the time being. Let's go with that righteous trade again. I'm going to check the Galcom one more time. Right now we have a resolution. Oh, here we go. Storm knowledge sharing. Like I don't support this, and I'm going to make sure this does not pass. How much Diplo weight? Or will this be enough? Oh, I don't even have influence for this. Okay, we got to pass it. I mean, it's not a terrible law, but it's just, I feel like it's a waste of time for us right now. Where am I? Greater good? Nope, nope. Reform. Can I do any of these? Oh, somebody's proposing these resolutions? Somebody's proposing for me to be custodian? Who's doing that? No, nobody is. Oh, I already have a pending resolution. That's why I can't propose this. And I need a leader on my... Oh, the Oracle. You're going to be perfect. Wow, she increases Diplo weight by a lot. Okay. Does somebody just... Okay, I was like, did somebody just pass or emergency measure a resolution? I was going to be slightly upset about that. All right, I'm going to make this an emergency measure. This increases Diplo weight from economy by 80%. And that is now on the floor. Now, make sure to oppose the advanced website. I tried, I just would not have even had enough for that. What else do we have here? All right, guys, we have subjugated an empire today. All right. Now we will take our conquering to the next level in the next stream. That will be on, what did I say, Tuesday? It'll be on Thursday. Let me select my technologies here. We are going to try to become the emperor of the galaxy. Like I said, we've already secured this bottom left quadrant of the galaxy. I would say for the most part, we have formed a steady, strong federation that is almost at level 5. And the Galcom, we are one of the top 3 empires when it comes to Diplo weight. And we will, for the foreseeable future, continue making laws that favor my empire. The next run, we go for the Imperium. I'm off, you can delete. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, whether you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. And until next time, I will see you all later. Alpha out.